god, it is nuts and it's fucking hysterical. I'll have to find it sometime.
Oh my god. Okay, well, hello everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Have drink.
Have drink.
Drink. That is fantastic. Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
The Holy Grail.
Pez is not here for the moment. He is traveling and should theoretically be joining us later tonight. Is anyone else able to... Oh! Well, he's in the chat. How do we sound there, Nim?
I already said the audio is good.
Oh yeah,
I don't
there it
believe
is.
you. Oh, Steam.
Zach, you got a lot of headroom there, bud. Tilt your camera down a bit. Or not. It's your choice. Oh, fuck you. No, where's your axe for the kill it? Kill it, kill it, kill it.
It's on the other side of the room. I don't need to use that again.
Oh, you mean our matching axes?
Yeah, that was weird, by the way.
You're weird. Fuck you.
So, anybody have anything that they would like to share?
The title of this episode upcoming.
I got a gargantuan dragon.
Oh.
That's Bones, right?
What?
Or is that one of the Bones brands ones, or is that a 3D printed one?
It's one of the Pathfinder ones, so it's a whiskey.
Oh, it's a Pathfinder mini. Cool.
Z-Man Vader would like to share that they like waffles.
Zammy.
It's a good choice.
I had waffles this morning.
Tell him
I had
also.
waffles for
Fuck you.
dinner.
Fuck you!
I had a
Fuck
waffle
all of you!
sandwich.
What do you mean, fuck them? We just went to Friday Tuna. We just had better than anything they had today.
I want waffles.
I wanted fried rice.
Waffles.
I want waffles.
Quaffles.
Quaffles.
Oh, since he's in the chat, Pez,
We-
I drew you in hamburger.
We tried to get that as your replacement for Away from Dice, but it wasn't. It was too vertical, and I couldn't make it fit without having to do a bunch of cropping, and we were already late. So, yeah.
10x and kobold.
Oh, wait a minute. That's
Writing
Where's
that
the
down as a
little
potential
hamburger?
episode name.
Annex and kobold.
Or just maybe like a future episode, but it's still a great one. I'm writing it down. Okay, so gonna do the quick announcement for Patreon and all. So donations are never required, but always appreciated. If you would like to support us, please consider becoming a Patreon. You can become a Patreon subscriber by going to patreon.com/fools&flagons. That's fools, the letter N, flagons. What do you get by being a Patreon, Zeke? Do you know? I know. For starters, you get a special role for our Discord with access to Q&A sessions with other perks soon to come. Another option is the Tavern Patron Reward tier that lets you have a picture or model of your choosing in the Tabletop Simulator room. We've also started posting interviews with the players, which I meant to do one, but I got super busy with work, so that's going to be a little late. With players that are exclusive to our Patreon supporters. And there are more perks to come in the future as we try to flesh out our page a bit more and come up with some new ideas. All proceeds from subscriptions go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience. It helps to keep the podcast alive and well. It's also now starting to help pay for our new audio program called Sirenscape.
What?
So,
What?
how dare I be late? Listen, sir. It has been a good couple of weeks for me, and by good, I mean not at all. So...
Yes, we were late. I'm sorry. I was too busy being at the disco rave party.
Oh, I see. He's playing with the colors of his lights.
Actually, I'm not. It's automated.
Oh. What are you doing, Zeke?
I have a sonic screwdriver. I'm trying to fix it.
You can sonic screw yourself.
Kobo. Would you like
Okay.
to say hi?
No.
Oh, big stretch.
Nick.
There is a kitty. There's animals fucking everywhere.
There's
Okay.
a kitty.
Is there a kitty or am I going highway crazy? ¿Por qué no los dos?
This kitty.
Hey.
Sí! All right.
Better stop that.
So, if there's nothing else, shall we get started?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get on!
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you all have made it to Rivercross on the hunt for the Duke. Lapis went ahead of you and said that she would contact you within the day of arriving in the city once she has found out more about him. So, you all decided that new city, may as well go on a bit of a shopping spree, take a look around. You met a few colorful characters, an alchemist with the sides of her hair and head burned off, a very ditzy sort of gnome that lives in a avalanche of books. Brick also had commissioned a new firearm for himself from the Dragon Arms owner. Let me scroll down to his name. Oros Orlin Warin Dragoon, just because it's a fun name to try to stumble my way through.
Fun.
So, you all are a little bit lighter in your pockets, and you wanted to do some more shopping, but it was drawing later and later in the day, and the shops were beginning to close. So, you took the time to go and find the Thirsty Boar Inn, where it's not so much a normal inn where you walk inside, go upstairs, and find a room, but a gated off sort of mini community. Your room isn't so much a room, but a very small corridor of a house with a kitchen downstairs, a room on the downstairs floor, and a few more up the stairs on the second floor. I do believe, last we left off, that there was a certain new companion that was brought into our realm in the form of a feathered creature, the name of which has not yet been discussed or announced, but that is where we left off. Let me find...
Why do I not have notes of this feathered creature?
It was
happened at
very,
the
very,
last
very
minute.
last second, like... And that's where we're going to end tonight. Oh, by the way, I summoned in an owl.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat for the stream this evening. Let me know if the music volume isn't great. This is a new program, and I'm still kind of working with the audio levels and all. And some of this stuff is just fucking quiet. So,
His name is Pooju.
You actually don't hear any music or anything at the moment.
well, there's no music. It's a quiet thing. Some of this stuff may not work well for what I want. So,
Ambiance.
yeah, this is just too quiet. Okay, so we'll move on to this. So,
Is it a donkey?
it is a donkey.
All I heard was the donkey. I didn't hear any music. I'm just like, the music's a donkey.
Well, it's not even necessarily going to be music, just
ambiance.
ambiance.
Music of an ass.
The
How do you have my song?
Putu!
Pooju!
So, the morning greets you. Brick stayed downstairs doing something Brick-like, tweaking with his arm or whatever. This is the norm for you guys. You've been together for almost 2 weeks now. So, the morning greets you all. There's the steady sound of more and more hustle and bustle in the city as the town begins to awaken. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
Someone is yodeling in the background.
I noticed that too. Oh wait, so we just woke up. I want to go. Wait, are we second floor, first floor, third floor, eighth floor?
It is a 2-story building. There is a kitchen in the back with a bathroom and a room on the first floor, and then I can't remember if I said 2 or 4 more rooms up top. There was enough rooms for everyone to have a room to themselves.
Well, then if I was upstairs, I will walk downstairs and ask for breakfast.
Well, we
So,
have
okay,
to
so Zahn, you thump down the stairs, kick open the door to the kitchen, hands on your hips, and declare to the empty space, "I would like breakfast." There's no one in there
Kasumi-
but you.
Kasumi's just gonna walk up behind you, like, yawning, and she's like, does that work?
Fantastic! I'm having fox for breakfast. Come here.
She quickly bolts the opposite direction.
Hey, come back here! You're not allowed to run. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna bonus action dash outside immediately.
What is no? Actually, out of curiosity, what is the total distance you could dash?
Un momento.
I just want to point out that Brick is sitting in whatever common area they have, just sitting still, and you notice his eyes are a different color than usual.
Interesting.
Do I notice this, or am I too busy trying to eat the fox?
God. 60 feet.
I'm going to dash faster than her and follow
Oh
her.
God.
I'm not really gonna eat you.
So, Vanira, you are awoken
Yeah.
by the sound of yelling downstairs, and then two pairs of as these two fucking furries have the zoomies at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I regret nothing of what I just said, by the way.
You know that that Sesame Street short of Bert in the bed and Ernie counting the sheep, and he's just laying there, eyes wide open, while there's just sheep going around him. Yeah, that's
Because
Vanira
Muppets
right
can't
now.
blink.
You mean
Yeah.
murderous intent in his eyes?
Yeah, just like, what the heck? He's
So,
gonna
Brick,
get
you-
up and go downstairs and kind of look at Brick and, huh?
At that moment, as soon as you walk up to Brick, an owl just and lands on the table.
Well, that's new.
Someone's gonna notice this owl and be like,
You're forever away.
Yeah, you're chasing Kasumi
You're
still.
outside.
oh, I didn't know we went outside. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I'm
Yes,
outside.
I
Bolted
Outside.
outside.
Yeah.
I'm outside the kitchen.
Oh no, she said outside.
Oh, my
No.
bad. I'm outside then.
I went way the fuck outside.
Yeah, my apologies. I just thought you meant outside of the kitchen.
The owl's gonna lift its wing and kind of wave at you.
Can I pet the owl?
In the words of many a DM, you can try.
Yeah, you can
I
try.
would like. I know. That's what I'm saying. I would like to pet the owl.
Make an animal handling check.
I rolled fucking low. I have proficiency 14.
14?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, I'll let you pet it.
Is there anything in the kitchen
There's
besides
table.
the owl and? Well, I mean, is there any food stored in the kitchen?
Make an investigation check.
Candy corn.
16.
You go picking through some the cabinets and some of the drawers, and you see there's scattering bits of cutlery, but not really food. And you go to open one last cabinet, and you see like a half bit of a cracker in the corner, just way in the back. It would appear that this place is fairly empty.
Yeah. Okay, so no food. Well, I don't know where everyone else is besides Brick. So, in our travels, would there be like a farmer's market of some kind? Like, is that something that we pass? No. She wants to find the bakery. Never mind. I was like, yeah, I'll cook for them. Fuck the bakery, I remembered.
So
Perfect timing. Can I just say, I want to find the bakery. Do-do-do.
that was pretty decent.
I'll find the bakery.
Okay, so you look around the kitchen for a little bit. Brick is still sitting. What the hell is this?
It's very like Last Unicorn.
Gonna go ahead and make that stop. Okay, cool.
Aw.
I'm gonna have to look
Is
into this a
there-
little bit more. There's apparently a longer playlist on that than I realized. So in the time it takes you to search the kitchen, pet the owl, Pez comes downstairs with a hamburger sitting on his head, looking like a proud little feathered up chicken, and you don't remember seeing a farmer's market. You remembered seeing a lot of different shops that had. There were some baked goods. There seemed to be some places where you could get vegetables, little stalls and all, but not a centrally located, like, this is where you go to get all of your food items kind of things. It seemed to be very scattered. But then, as you're kind of discussing this with Pez, Brick is still weirdly comatose in the corner. But then you go, the bakery. And then outside you... Actually, what... Zahn and Kasumi, have you stopped chasing each other? Are you still...
Here's the thing. Since he's faster than me, what she would have done is when she got outside and he got outside, she would have, like, turned around and, like, karate arms, like, back the fuck away.
As
So
she
that's
uses
probably what
karate
you're gonna
arms,
go outside to see.
Zahn draw a sword. Your arms are no match for my weapon.
If you draw your sword, she's drawing her rapier and she's just
I'm not
standing
really
there.
drawing my sword.
It's time to duel.
But she is, like, full on, like, martial arts hands, like, back the fuck off.
So as you both are squaring off in the middle of this little alleyway, you see someone opens a window and starts to flap out a shirt or something, sees this, goes back inside and shuts the shutters. And it's at this point that Vanera comes bursting out. Bakery.
Food?
I mean, I'm gonna go. Y'all don't have to go.
We're going to the bakery?
Yes.
Keep
Sumi, I will
away
make you a
from me.
deal.
What?
I will not attempt to eat you if you buy me pastries with my money.
I'm pretty sure, from what I've read, bunnies were usually more afraid of the fox.
Yes, but you're tiny, fluffy, and smaller than me, which means I'm higher up on the food chain.
Right now, I'm not smaller than you.
Yeah, but both you and I know that you're not really there.
There's a lot
Well-
of things about me you don't know, and then she just starts walking away.
Wait, you forgot to take my money!
At this point, Brick is gonna walk outside, and the owl is literally perched on his head, and he's kind of like, he's not super confident. Like, you've seen Brick walk around very confident. He's not walking super confident. He's kind of got his arms out in front of him. His eyes are still a different color.
Vanera, what's going on with Brick?
I'm gone.
Oh.
I went to the
Yeah.
bakery.
I'm
So
following
Zahn is
her.
like,
You don't know where the
Vanera,
bakery
what's
is?
wrong? Oh.
Girls' Day.
You don't know where the bakery is.
We'll find
Neither of
it.
you. Oh.
Okay, so they've
Brick.
You're fine.
They both left you three alone. You see
Oh, that's
Brick
right, yes.
walking out kind of zombified.
Brick, what are you doing?
I am getting used to a new spell.
And the spell is...
You see his eyes, which have been a glowing white, switch to his usual glowing blue, and it kind of looks like he's trying to blink and then realizes, oh, I don't have eyelids. And you see the owl hop down from his shoulder, and he just kind of gestures to it and is like, meet new friend.
How is the new friend a spell?
It disappears. And reappears.
So, okay, real fast. Out of character. Is this a metallic?
No,
Owl?
it's an owl.
So it's an
Is it-
actual, like, creature, not,
Yes.
like,
Question
steampunk thing.
just for flavor, what species is it?
I was picturing a great horned owl.
Okay. It's a big
I have
fucking
many
owl.
questions about this. But I'm hungry. Kasumi has run away without my money. And I have a fuckload of stuff to sell. I'm just gonna pull my bag out. It's still overflowing with shit that he has not had the chance to sell yet. And he knows where to sell now. Do you want to come along and get food and, sell stuff, or do you have something you want to do?
You literally just asked the metal man if he wants to get food.
He likes pastries.
Excuse me, damn, I'm
He
gonna need
likes
you to
cinnamon
take a tall
rolls.
glass of fuck off.
This sounds nice.
All right, hold 1 second here. Let me get my bearings. I'm just gonna spin around and spin a little bit too far, and then take a step back and be like, okay.
Would you like new friend to help us?
And how can new friend help us?
He finds stuff.
I mean, sure, if you can have him look for food while we walk to the blacksmith place.
And I will look at the unnamed owl because I haven't decided what I'm going to name him yet. Take him
Geppetto.
off, put him on my hand and go, find food. And he just flutters off.
What are you gonna name him?
I do not know yet. His name is Friend.
You should name him Mortar.
I actually love that, and might. It's the highest on the list now.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I could help. I guess we're walking to the blacksmith now. The DM's just gone at this point.
It's a great name. Like, I honestly love that.
Great.
It is. That's pretty fucking
Brick
good.
and mortar.
Brick and mortar.
That's like the stupidest sitcom ever. Brick and mortar. Do, 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 do.
Listen, I'm good at.
Okay, so are you sending your familiar out to find it itself? Are you looking through its eyes? What are you doing?
It can only be within 100 feet of me if I'm looking through its eyes, so I'm just gonna send it out and go find food and come back to me. Yeah, if I can only see through it 100 feet away from me. Any more than 100 feet, it doesn't work.
Really? I thought it was.
Yeah, I just checked. It's 100 feet. Yeah. While your familiar is with 100 feet of you, you can communicate telepathically, and as an action, you can see through its eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. During this time, I am deaf and blind with regard to my own senses.
Okay.
I'm glad that Zahn doesn't know this because this is going to be very interesting when he figures this out.
Yeah.
Just punches Brick in the face, didn't do it.
Wasn't me.
So I would
Fine.
argue with the wording. You have to be within 100 feet of it to communicate telepathically.
Oh.
It doesn't say how far it can be to see and hear. So if you gave it a mission, I would argue that you could see through it, but once it's past 100 feet, you wouldn't be able to give it any new.
I'm
Okay.
not holding your hand.
That's how I would interpret that myself.
Okay, good to know. Well, then he will periodically, anytime they're like stopped and not doing anything, he will kind of check on it.
Okay, so you're sending it to look for food or the blacksmithing?
Food.
And Zahn, you were looking for blacksmithing?
Yes, I think that's where the dude told me to go sell my stuff at. Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, so Brick, make a perception check via your owl.
Okay, and I got the owl stats right here. Perception, that's a wisdom, right?
Correct.
Okay, and
Pretty
he
sure.
gets advantage on that.
Aw.
Good thing he has advantage.
Oh, goodness.
That's better. 13.
13. Okay, and Vanira Kasumi, you two are also looking. Well, you're looking specifically for the bakery you were told of, correct?
Correct.
Pastries.
Okay. So it was a 14 for you.
Sorry, my hand's in the way.
Vanira, while I'm dealing with this bit, can you do a investigation check for me? So it takes you a little bit, and you're not. Brick, sorry, it takes you a little bit, and you're not familiar with it yet. So,
Bad.
it takes you a minute because you keep trying to check in, and then come back out so you can keep walking because you feel like you're bumping into things. Zahn is like being a tricksy little bastard, and he's like poking you and then running to the other side, so you come out of it and look over there and thinking you're bumping into something and it's not there. It takes you a bit, and you find a few stalls, a few little shops where there's like the smell of coffee can be smelled, maybe something a little bit greasy being cooked, and you're able to go and find one of those. It takes you a lot longer than you would think because you keep popping in and out, and you can't say like, hey, come back, or hey, hone in on that. So you basically lock in, see roughly where you are and where your owl is hovering, and then you sort of try to figure out how to get to that location.
Okay.
So that'll take you guys just a little bit to do. Vanera, with your roll of 7. You and Kasumi get a little lost for a bit. You think, oh yeah, I remember what direction it was that we were supposed to go for that, and you kind of, taking a few extra turns, end up back near the Dragon Arms factory.
Back near the Dragon's Arms factory?
Yeah, you accidentally make your way to the Dragon Arms manufacturing. You are walking around, you realize, oh, I don't think this is where I need to be.
She gave me directions, didn't she?
Did she?
Didn't Arlel give me directions? Yeah, she gave me directions to the bakery.
Okay.
From where?
From her place.
Did you write the instructions down?
You didn't give me directions. All you said
just
was
said that I
she
gave you
me-
directions.
No,
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 the
no. But the
Okay.
She didn't give me
make-
specific directions. All you said was.
Okay,
gave me
then make a history check to see if you can remember.
It's like the end of the day, she's just crawling back to the end. Pastries!
13.
Pastries!
You sit there a minute in a bit of a huff, stomach growling, kind of pouty face as you really try to remember, and then it clicks. You go, that's right. I'm supposed to make a left out of her shop, a left down the main street, and keep going until I find a fountain, and then hang a right.
I do that.
You do that.
Yes.
Okay, so now as Kasumi is following Vanera again, a little disgruntled because your stomach is also growling and your desire for pastries is increasing as well. But she seems confident this time, so you both head off
I got you.
in the direction that Vanera remembers. Brick and Zahn, it takes you a minute to find things because you're able to smell, but it doesn't always make sense what you're smelling. So you start kind of walking in the direction that you had last seen your owl, who's fucked off in the sky somewhere at this point. And you're walking along, and finally you feel a tug on your arm, and you snap back out of it. And Zahn is like both hands on your wrist, tugging you towards this little hole in the wall thing that he can see and smell sausage and bacon and all this other stuff. And he's like, "Fucking come on!"
Okay.
You're so fat!
And if that's the case, then if he's found someplace, I'll just snap my fingers and cause him, wherever the owl is, to disappear and reappear on my shoulder.
Do you know how to snap your finger?
Make a performance check?
I guess
I guess?
Snapping metal things ain't easy.
Performance. That's a 9.
He kind of goes like... He just sort of like... Doesn't really snap, but just sort of closes his fingers really
Like,
fast on his thumb.
It still works.
It makes a click because it's metal.
Yeah, it dink, and the owl disappears and reappears, and now I'm just like... And the owl just...
Rick, were you trying to do this?
Yes, that.
It's not going to pick it up.
Ow.
It's too sharp.
Uh...
Still didn't pick it up, weirdly enough.
Damn it! Well,
Like,
Brick,
can he practice and figure out how to? You just hear.
Sure,
It's like
you
like the in-game snap you hear from Thanos when he has the gauntlet on. You just.
So Brick is now practicing snapping as Zahn. You go to the place that you stumbled across, and you get yourself some. You get yourself a hearty breakfast, and Brick, if there's anything that you see that you wish to try, then you can roll and see if it becomes part of your palate or not.
Have I tried eggs yet?
I
No.
was actually
Bacon?
literally about
No.
I
that.
don't think you've tried any sort of breakfast food.
I thought
I
you
have-
tried bacon. I
No,
thought.
he hasn't.
Vanera has a list.
I
Find
know.
I love how I'm not the one taking this note. She is.
Okay, so
It's
so
for
you
you.
were trying eggs and bacon now.
All right.
I would say
do we-
one d20 per.
Okay.
for
We'll
research.
do eggs first. That's a 10. So it's like, it's okay.
You
The next
you
one
probably
determines
wouldn't
if you're
go and
still-
order it outright, but if it came in on your plate, you wouldn't say no.
All right.
I'll take that.
The next
as
one
eggs.
determines if you're gonna be my son or not.
Martyr says the most important list. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
Brick's
no.
Oh no.
Brick's getting disowned.
It's bacon!
Like,
What'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no!
Oh.
No. I'm literally gonna look at Brick and be like, I don't know you.
So, you know what?
Wait, also, is
Hold
this
on.
the first
No, no.
type of meat
Wait.
that Brick has ever had?
Brick,
had
you go
sushi.
because I refuse to let this stand as I also love bacon.
Nobody can hate bacon. It's
You-
illegal.
You see Zahn just scarfing down bacon, and you are just amazed at just how much is going into this creature and not coming back out, and you blindly reach for the plate. You took a bite of a fork.
Oh.
So now you actually go, well, that's... put that down. It's all mangled. Try again. I refuse to let this stand.
Okay, that's bad. That's a 15.
You love bacon.
Okay.
I was not about to let there be a natural one for loving bacon. Fuck
I'm
you.
not even kidding. I would have actually disowned you over that.
Martyr even says, yeah, you'll need to roll up a new character.
Did you ever claim him to begin with? Let's be honest.
Started
you.
to.
He actually started to.
He did.
He did, he really
You
did.
can't prove this.
We have 14 sessions of progress.
All right, I demand you go look through every single one of them. Then.
Okay, so as those two are sharing a heartfelt moment of chewing on forks and bacon, we shall scooch on back to...
That fork, like the prongs that are just so balled up now.
You're in the middle of chewing on bacon, and you're politely bending them back the way they should be.
Zahn is just standing there.
I can do it too now. Dink.
Sorry,
Listen, Italian.
Pez is where he needs to be, and he's setting up Discord. So as soon as he is ready, we might take a short, probably not go on intermission, but we'll take a quick break. Because I'm probably gonna have to rearrange some cameras, but it shouldn't take terribly long. So Kasumi and Vanera, this is a very, very lovely town. You had been to Trentonville, where it was all very nice and neat, but it felt very businessy. Like everything was like too clean. It was just too like strict and well kept. This place feels lively and lived in. There's becoming more and more foot traffic especially as you're getting closer to this sort of intersection where there's a very, very, very large fountain in the center of it. Proper running water. It all looks clean compared to the one that the Jolly Green Giant jumped out of during your previous battle.
It failed.
As you pass,
Kind of.
as you pass to the northern side of the fountain, that's when you get your first whiff of just baked goods heaven. And you can see that there's a lot of shops on this street where it's just door, window, shop on the inside. But further up on your left, you notice that where the wall faces go, there's a bit of a divot inside of it. So you follow your noses, and you come and discover this area. The bakery is a single-story shop with a large patio out front with tables, chairs, and umbrellas that are currently closed to shield customers from the relentless sun. The storefront is relatively small and looks like it's only about big enough for 5, maybe 10 people to stand inside. Even from outside, you can see that there are display cases just filled with all types of goods. You walk up to the door, and you see that there's some people sitting outside, drinking coffee, having a couple big things here or there. And as you walk inside, you see that the side opposite the large window front is a counter display with even more sugary covered goods. There is an open end on the left, which is a little strange because, you know, normally you would see it's where you walk back, but there's little steps to get up to it. It's not something that you're used to seeing. And scattered around the shop, there seems to be various step stools. And as you were noticing these step stools, you see a kobold run past.
Oh.
Goes, grabs a stool, gets up onto it, opens one of the cases, gets one of the goods out, gets back down, goes to the steps at the side of the counter, steps up them, and as they walk behind it, you see that there's a platform that keeps their head above the normal counter height. And then you start to realize that, well, there's another one. There's a lot of kobolds running around. And they're all wearing brown shorts with white or tan button-up shirts and a white apron, and some of them have little paper hats. And they're running to and fro.
We're out of Starbold.
You're what?
We're out of Starbold.
Get a Colbucks. Colbucks.
Colbucks.
Colbucks. I'm on a roll tonight, baby.
So after a moment of watching these little figures run around, you feel a little tap against your left arm there, Vanera, and there's a light purple one, and he looks up at you and goes,
"Hello, welcome to Swiftly Baked Goods. What can I get you, lovely ladies?"
She's gonna point to Kasumi. Cinnamon roll?
I can't say no to a cinnamon roll. But I think it'd
Ooh.
also be best if we got some to-go snacks. Since we're probably going to be on the road for a while.
I agree.
Well, you want a cinnamon roll? We got cinnamon twists, cinnamon swirl loaves, regular cinnamon rolls. We got all kinds of donuts, pastries. If that's all you want, that's all you want. But just let you know, we got loads to choose from.
I would like a cream puff. She would like a cinnamon roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then... can we get some little cinnamon twists to go?
he kind of looks at you confused
Not a
for a
Twinkle
second,
Donut.
and he kind of looks over at one of the other kobolds behind the counter, who is a very pale yellow, and he kind of looks at her, and she's looking at you, and then back at him, and shrugs, and he goes,
You just want one cream puff?
Do they come specifically in pairs?
We sell them by the dozen.
Oh, a dozen's fine.
Oh, okay. Yep, 1 dozen cream puffs.
and you hear the female kobold from behind going,
1 dozen cream puffs.
and she runs off into the back. And you see a few of the other ones are now scurrying out from behind, and you try to count them, and you see that there's about 10 to 12 of them running around just all over the place, different colors of the rainbow.
Oh, God.
So they're getting little step stools, hopping up on them. They're getting your cinnamon rolls and your cream puffs and other items that you like. And eventually they... Go ahead.
Do you guys have any savory pastries?
Ooh, I forgot about savory pastries.
Yes, please. Ask about the savory pastry.
Savory pastries.
In what sense savory pastries?
Like it could be like a breakfast sandwich or like a cheese roll, like like a biscuit but with like cheese in it. Stuff
I
like
got
that.
you. Yes, you do. You don't see them sitting out, but you catch a whiff of there's something more than just sugar in the shop. And he says,
Well, we have quite a few things. We got home baked breads. We can make muffins, cookies, cupcakes, donuts, strudels. We have coffees. Coffees for the ladies.
I probably need it after this discussion this morning.
Vanilla coffee for you.
and he looks at you, Vanera, and he kind of sits there for a second. He goes,
Not coffee.
Not coffee?
I think I know what you'll need.
and he scurries back away into the back. And as the rest of them are there, one of them comes up. It's
Chocolate.
it's a very light pink one who looks kind of familiar to you, to the both of you,
To the
to the both of you. She kind of
Huh.
reaches up with the bag,
He'll get your order in a minute.
and then she hands the bag off to you, and she scurries away. The other one comes back, and he's got a tray. One of them with the espresso, the other one in another mug, or the vanilla coffee for Kasumi, and then the other one is just, it's a mug, and it's got white swirl on the top of it.
Ooh.
And he goes, "Atap, one moment," and he kind of looks around and goes, "Mer! Come here! Mer! Yeah!" And you see a burnt orange kobold come waddling up. He's a little rotund. And he goes, "This one?" And he goes, "Yep, that one." And he kind of holds the tray at length, and he goes, and a bit of fire comes out, toasts the white cream on top of it. He goes, "Thank you, Mer." And Mer scuttles on back into the back.
I'm in love.
Can I ask a really quick question?
Mhm.
What did you say the name of this establishment was?
Swiftly baked goods.
Baked goods.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to check for my notes.
Okay.
You said he should look familiar, so I thought.
Yeah.
She.
Okay.
So which one looks familiar? The one that's holding my
It was
my
the light.
drink?
It was
The
the
pink
light
one.
pink one that came up with your bag with the cinnamon rolls, the cream puffs, and all them. She handed you the bag and then scurried off.
Oh,
I mean, I knew
And,
exactly.
and who else do we know that has the last name
Oh my
involving
God!
Swift?
you're not here. Shut up. I'm gonna look at Kasumi and be like, is she related to Canlin?
She does look a lot like her.
The light purple one that has been serving you pauses for a second.
You say Canlin?
Yeah.
Well, how's me old girl doing?
She's good. She's great.
She's got lots of pocket bacon.
Lots of pocket bacon.
Here's your hot chocolate. Be right back.
And he goes and he runs into the back, and you just hear him go, "Dax! New idea!" So the light purple one disappears and seems to have kind of forgotten about you guys. The light pink one that had given you the pastries before comes back out and goes,
He left you alone with the...
yeah, okay. And she pulls out a little notepad from thing.
What did you get?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, we got pastries and
Well-
cinnamon rolls.
What kind of pastries?
Oh, we got the dozen cream puffs, a couple cinnamon rolls, and then cinnamon twists,
Mm-hmm.
and then
How
the
ma-
2 coffees,
Did you get like 2 cinnamon twists? How many cinnamon twists?
like 4.
Okay.
And can we get 4 savory biscuits?
Is there 4 of us or 6?
Well,
5 of us?
Technically, yeah. Fuck you, Pez. You're not here yet.
Well, you know what? Let's go with 10.
Yeah, yeah.
10.
Mortgage boarded out.
Well, we gotta feed
Okay.
Hamburger too.
True.
So she goes, "Ooh, okay, what?" And she kind of runs up to the bar and she starts jumping up instead of taking the ladder. And each time she pops up, she's yelling something. She goes, "Kigo, savory pastry, 10 of them." So, let's see. So we got that. Okay. She doesn't seem to be asking you about the drinks. So that's 25, 31. She finally comes back and she does a quick little bit of math.
Be about 41 silver pieces. Drinks are on the house, first time customers and all.
Kasumi puts 5 gold pieces down.
And Venera will add 2 to that.
It's a bit much. It's quite a bit much.
We know Canlin, so any establishment of the Swift songs we would like to keep supporting.
I'll be right back.
Also, you gave us all these buns.
Yes, you gave us all the buns.
She gave you buns?
Yes, did they give you buns?
Yes, little bunny buns. They had
I
like
call the
little-
biscuits buns, okay?
biscuits
Oh,
buns.
okay. I'm just making sure. So
Don't worry about it.
she takes the coins, kind of glances back at you too, and seems a little confused. But she goes back, and you hear some talking, and then a bit of clanging, and you see that light purple one come back, look out the door at you two, go.
I like that.
Exactly like that.
Exactly like
He,
that.
he kind of goes, "Don't go away. Just a minute.
Why?
Just wait there."
There's an Italian man
Barbecue.
serenading me in my ear.
So he disappears again, and you are still waiting for
Buns.
your breakfast sandwiches. So those come out within the next 5 minutes or so. Venera is... Roll a d20 for me.
Roll a d20.
Yes.
Okay. Roll. 15.
You somehow manage to resist just digging into your cream puffs.
Oh.
Well, 'cause-
They look so good.
Yes, but you know that your breakfast sandwiches are on the way.
I know.
Ooh, actually, 1 second.
The Gabriel
You're
Glaze
annoyed.
is getting. Oh, there I go.
You hear a noise from the cream puffs. Eat us, Kayla. Eat us, Venera. It's so delicious.
It's like Gabriel Glaze is getting pulled over while he has donuts in the car. It's like, oh!
Later.
So the light purple kobold is gone for a little while. Your breakfast sandwiches come out, but the kobold that delivers them to you says,
Just a bit more, please.
No problem.
and eventually he does come back out, and he's got a big, sort of like paper-looking box,
Ooh.
about yay big. And he hands them up to you, and it's, I would like to say you own the house, but you kind of paid for most of them. And friend of Cadlin, friend of the Swift Songs. And he hands you the big box.
What is it?
Wait, are you all Swift Songs? Or just the one?
Nope. And he starts pointing him out, and he goes, Dak Swift Song, Melu Swift Song, Milu Swift Song, Kigu Tori Niso Swift Song, Mur Nova Ippy Mauve Swift Song. We're all the Swift Songs.
I'm gonna need that whole list.
No.
And I am Rig.
I love this place. We're never leaving.
Nope.
You
Home base.
open up or peek inside the box, and it is a smorgasbord. It seems like you have at least one of everything that's on display.
Oh my god.
And I
This
can
is
give you a full list of that here in a bit if you want.
I don't think it's gonna fit in my bag.
No, probably not.
So you have your paid for pastries, you have your gifted pastries, you have your breakfast sandwiches, and a bunch of new miniature friends.
Oh my god.
We shall build a cobalt army!
This is the start of the consortium.
We'll dominate the world with hugs.
There you go.
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay, going to take a quick pause here. Zeke, if you could stop streaming, and Pez, if you could please join in, so we can get things back up and running as nature intended. Okay, that needs to go away. Oop.
Zeke, do you have a color for your owl?
He's
That is
a
my
great horned owl, so he's the usual like salt and pepper they have.
So no unusual
No,
colorings.
actually, I'm gonna make it a she.
Cheap.
Yes.
Ashkali,
In honor of
Oh,
Athena
I
from
know what's
Gatorland.
you have an owl at Gatorland?
Yeah, they have a rescue owl at Gatorland. She can't fly properly because her wing was damaged.
That sucks.
Apologies
probably a
if
good
I
thing
messed
she-
everything up.
No, it's fine. I'm basically putting everything back because I had to move people. It would be way easier if Discord would just implement the ability to move people in the actual window, but that's just too much to ask.
Our requests have fallen on deaf ears.
Well, in all fairness, I haven't asked for it. Oh,
I
that.
hear hamburger.
Haven't heard.
Okay. So
Can't.
you all leave this tiny little shop with all of the Swift Songs in some way waving at you as you're leaving, and you have just a massive
Arms full.
arms full. You are loaded. Some people are whispering like, "Where's the party gonna be at?" So you have your pastries.
I get invited.
Where are the two of you heading?
I suppose back to where we were staying, because that's the last place that we knew where everyone was, at least.
Okay, so the two of you begin heading back that way, and we will circle back to the three gents. You have taken the time to eat yourself a quick little breakfast. It'll take you back about 20 copper or so.
Each.
Total.
Brick.
So,
Still not caring about currency. We'll just drop a single gold.
the man is startled, and the coin disappears real quick. So, you three have eaten now as well. What would you like to do?
Continue to the blacksmith.
Oh, that
Okay.
blacksmith.
So, and Pez, we just sort of put you with the three of them. If there's anything else you would like to be... Okay, he's going with you guys. So,
Friend Pez.
so Zahn, you remember the directions you were given to get to the establishment called Young Metal. So, the three of you wander past the Dragon Arms gun manufacturing facility, and you see that just past it is another very large, sprawling complex. The smithy is, as I said, very large. You can hear the sound of roaring flames and banging hammers. That's a near constant din as you're getting closer and closer. It's odd. Whereas the Dragon Arms factory had a closed door and everything was walled off, this place seems to be sort of open. There's archways and kind of like, I say people bridges, but that's not the right word.
Walkways?
There's long awnings, but there's no like closed off bits. It's like you can just walk straight in there and go to any part of this complex on the inside that you like. The first thing that you notice is that every single worker in there seems to be a tiefling of one color or another. They're both males and females working together, some working on their own. And as you're kind of just watching this oddly mesmerizing dance of people moving from one place to another, you start to notice that they all look similar in some way or other. And as you're watching this, you see that there are ones they're hammering out blades. Other people seem to be fitting armor around wooden mannequins. And in another corner, it's not so much loud, but the tiny tinking of little hammers on chisels. As some of them seem to be doing engravings and other more delicate blacksmithing works. Zahn, you are in heaven. You're just like, there's stuff everywhere. Eventually, as you three are kind of standing there looking around, one of them approaches you. It's a big, burly tiefling with charcoal skin, no hair, just horns and kind of yellowish eyes, and kind of wielding a big hammer, leather apron. Can I help you three?
Hello, I was told to come here by Dragon Arms. They said you guys purchase weapons and armor.
You'll need to talk to Ma. And he points over to where there's
Hey, Ma!
one tiefling that doesn't seem to be working at the moment. She seems to be sitting down.
Oh. Can I just walk right over to her?
Okay. After he directs you, he kind of watches you head over that way, and he kind of seems to think about it, but then shrugs and heads back over to wherever he was going. You approach this tiefling. She is also bald. She has bright blue eyes, soft purple skin. Not super tall, but she seems very, very muscular. The shirt that she is currently wearing seems to have had the sleeves ripped off. She's sitting there with her feet up on a chair, kind of leaning it back on a crate of some kind or other. She sees the three of you approaching. She goes, "Yes, what can I do for you three?"
Oh my. You look very intimidating and very good at your job.
She kind of looks at you for a moment, kind of looks you up and down, kind of grins. Some would say that.
Listen, I've seen a blacksmith or two in my village, and you know the good ones just from looks. But hi, I'm Zahn. This is Brick, and that's Pez. And the little dinosaur is hamburger.
She kind of looks at each of you as you introduce them, and she kind of nods her head. She's still just kind of leaning back in her chair, just seems perfectly at ease. Anaya. Anaya Young. Sorry?
I'm writing that down.
Ah.
So, I happen to see most people in here kind of look somewhat similar. Is this all your family?
These are all my children.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
That is impressive.
Well, thank you.
Well, Anaya,
She
I don't
kind
mean
of
to...
looks at you for a second and gives you a little wink. Would you like to add to the family?
Oh.
Must resist urges. We'll talk about that later.
Business first. Okay.
I have some stuff I need to get rid of because my bag is very heavy. And I was told that you might be able to help, rid me of these.
I want to check something real quick. Okay. She kicks her feet off the crate and she stands up, and you notice that she's about your height. She puts her hands on her hips and she looks at you and then gestures at your pack. Well, let us see it.
I was gonna smack it on the ground and just hear just like all manner of metal and leather moving as he yanks out. Oh god, let me make sure I've got all of this here. 2 magic crossbows, armor of lightning resistance, and some studded leather. I think that's everything I've got hiding around here.
What were the crossbows again?
They're +1, the +1 magic hand crossbows.
Also, what type of armor was the lightning resistance?
Studded leather.
Oh.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Disappointed!
This is still good, just not for you.
Yeah. Did Pez not want it?
Pez already, I'm pretty sure Pez already got one of the other ones. Like, trust me. This is the stuff after I've given it, told this shit out.
Pez, you okay, bud?
You're muted.
A little bit bright.
Yeah, you just flashbanged yourself.
It's a little toasty out here.
All I see is just bright white light, and Pez is going, ah!
Let me find the sheet that I need with the info that I also need.
While you're looking for that, just to have in the back of your mind, Brick is just like subtly looking around to see if he sees any plate armor.
You see
don't
all
worry.
manner of armor here. Leather, plate, full plate.
Like full plate.
Yes. You take a minute to look around and you realize that this place seems to have everything.
Put my hand on Brick's chest. Don't worry, Brick. It's coming. I need it too.
So she looks at the crossbows and she goes, "May I?"
Please, I insist.
She picks them up, she inspects them. They're well used. I can give you 400 each.
Sounds fair. How about the armor?
The armor. She sets them aside and what was the armor again?
Armor of lightning resistance, which is studded leather, and then studded leather.
Okay. What's the rarity on that? Or I guess you didn't put that down. Let me.
I was about to say, I don't think you told me, so to be honest with you, that's...
Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm going through the people
Studded
real quick
leather
to
of lightning
see.
resistance?
Yeah. I thought it was...
I
it's
can
gotta
search it real quick.
I was about to say, so can I if you want.
I don't even remember who had that.
Caterham.
Oh, it was Katrin?
Mhm.
Ah, because I was looking in actions, not inventory. I'm a fucking genius.
It's blue, so it's
Yeah, I got
uncommon. Or not common, it's
That's
rare.
rare. Okay. She looks at it for a minute. This is fairly good. It might actually be one of ours. There's a bit of blood on it. Would need cleaning. Best I could do, 600.
I'll say that you probably know better than I do.
More for the repairing. There's slash marks, and she shows where one of you stabbed the fuck out of him when there's encrusted blood. It will need repaired, and we do still need to make a profit.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry.
Oh, believe me, we get it all the time.
That's fair.
Sorry, was there more?
I think it was just the one regular thing. Regular studded leather armor. Just like standard stuff. I'm pretty sure it's white or whatever like the lowest shit is.
This. Best I can do is maybe 40 gold. Can't really do anything with it in its current state. Could use it for scraps.
Sounds good to me. I got my own anyways for the moment.
This one seems to be doing quite a bit of talking. What about you two? And she looks to Brick and Pez.
Brick is just looking at the plate armor.
She follows your eye line towards the plate and walks over. Are you looking for full plate?
Yeah, full plate.
She walks over to it, raps on it with her knuckle. 1,500 gold pieces, and it's yours.
Oh, shit.
Keep in mind, it is quite heavy, and she looks like she's about to go into this long spiel, and then looks at you and realizes she doesn't know what the fuck you are.
Don't worry, India. He can carry his own weight and more.
I look around for something heavy to pick up.
And your roll a d20 for me.
Oh, wait.
4!
In your panic, you grab Zon and go, hit!
Brick!
Oh, sorry.
Do that again.
While I don't have any room to doubt your strength, you are quite big. And she kind of looks at Zon again and sort of seems to be judging him a little bit. Perhaps you'd be strong enough for it. You would need a strength of 15. Okay, just making sure. So 1,500, and it's yours.
Ania, would you be able to give us a deal if we get 2 sets of it?
2 sets.
Yes. I do need to upgrade myself as well.
Well, considering the state of the armor and weapons that you gave me, you seem to be the adventuring sort.
Yes, very much so. And conquering. But that's later.
I will keep that in mind. You're sure that this is all that you want?
That's all that I need for the moment. Pez, you need anything?
I mean, honestly, the only thing that I need is something that'll keep everyone safe.
You're not the cleric. You don't have to worry about that.
I mean, what do you mean safe, Pez, out of curiosity?
Well, I just know what we're about to go up against, and I'm a little bit scared, so
You'll put my arm on Pez's shoulder. Don't worry, Pez. We'll be just fine. We're also gonna kick his teeth in, and let him grow them back, so we can kick him out again.
I hope so.
So
So, you are
yeah, I
looking
think that's about
for 2 sets of plate armor.
yes, please.
It would be 3,000 gold pieces in total.
I look over at Zon. I only have 500.
Hold on a second.
It is 1,500 per set.
I mean,
Sorry.
I can help out. I don't have much. I just hold out 9 silver.
Oh,
Is that all you have?
Mm-hmm.
we just went on our shopping spree.
That's true.
But I don't have enough for 2 sets, big guy.
It is okay. You get. What's your armor at right now?
14.
Oh, yeah, you get it for yourself. I'm sitting at a pretty 20.
Yeah, I've got scale mail, bro.
If 1,500 is too rich for your blood, we have other options.
Rick, is there anything else that you'd like? That might work?
The only Brick is actually fine. Like he's doing just fine. If you need something, you go ahead and get it for yourself.
What's your current? What's the armor bonus that your current bit gives you on?
2, because of dexterity.
No, you said it's scale mail,
Yeah,
so it's 14 plus your dex. So at best it's 16.
yeah.
She kind of watches you for a second, and she walks over to another bit. She taps it. This here is Splint Armor. 200 gold pieces. It's a little bit better than what you are currently wearing. You would need a strength of 15 to wear it.
I have. Oh, I have.
Yeah, whatever, I got it.
Let's see, is that better than what you have, Brick?
It's better than what I have. Yeah, you'll be sitting at 17 with no bonuses.
No, I'm talking about you. Like, is 17 better than what you're rolling with?
I mean, it'll give me all it will do is give me +1, so I'll be at 21 instead of 20. So if you can take it, you should probably take it if you're sitting at 14 right now.
Honestly, I've been looking for plate. I can get you the 17, even if it's +1, 200 gold is not that big a deal.
Yeah, I could pay for that. But I mean, we can spend the money on other stuff. Like a +1 isn't going to be that big of a deal. I don't feel like, especially when I have shield when I really need it. Yeah. Plus, I have the biggest health pool, which is kind of my job.
Do me a favor, India. Throw me the splint and the plate.
Splint and the plate. That will be 1,700 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you. One second here. I'm gonna toss Brick the splint just cause.
Okay.
Okay, so mark off the 1,700 gold pieces from your bags.
Already done.
You want me to? I'll go ahead and chip in like 100 if you're buying. I'll at least go halvesies with you.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. That way it's 1,600 for you at least. Or heck, I don't know.
So as you're passing her the money, she looks at it and says, "Very well. Just one moment." And she looks off in the distance, and she starts speaking in a language that neither of you really understand. and one of her children perks up, listens, gives her a nod, and then putting his tools down, goes and pulls out a smaller set of plate to fit you, Zon, than the one that was on display, which is much bigger, and another larger set of splint, which he comes and hands over to both of you.
Well, thank you, young man.
He kind of looks at you for a second and goes, it's funny. Then he goes back to where he was working previously.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna have to work on making this my own tonight.
Do tell, I am curious.
It's just like I'm currently brandishing fucking Viking-style armor covered in fur.
Ah, yes, I see. Well,
Yes.
it is a bit of a shame to hear that your evening will be so consumed.
Oh, that'll take me a matter of an hour, don't worry.
Very well. If you grow bored, you know where we are.
I'll see you later.
Look forward to it.
Oh, my days.
He's just standing there very confused.
Pick on the chest. I'll tell you when you're older.
Is this the conversation you said?
No. Maybe.
The one I'm very confused about?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything else you guys need to get while we're here? Good. Ania, thank you very much for your time. And for the very fine craftsmanship.
It is what we do. Take care till next we see each other.
Yes.
She
Gonna
then turns from you and goes back to what she was doing previously, which was sitting and doing nothing.
fantastic. Alright, I guess we're gonna find other people for the moment. Or go back and find the rest of our party.
Okay. So we shall circle back to Vanira and Kasumi at this point. You have made your way back to the inn so that you can start chowing down. As soon as you get back to your little house, as you're opening the door, you notice that there's something sticking out from under the door frame. It's a little folded up piece of paper.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Quick point before we continue, just to ask. I can't remember. Was it 1 or 2 days until I could pick up the gun?
I believe he said it was 1 day.
Okay, thank you.
I could be wrong. Someone could always fact check that, and if I'm incorrect, fuck you, I'm right, I'm the DM. So you take the note?
Yep,
Do you open it?
I do.
Okay. You open the note with your arm full of pastries, and you see that it's a note from Lapis.
Oh,
And
Let us know.
what's it say?
I read the note aloud. DM, what does it say?
Vanira reads in a very monotone news anchor voice. Lapis would like to meet you at the Broken Bottle Inn around lunchtime to discuss plans for the future. XOXO. Smooches.
No,
Sorry, the Broken Bottle Tavern. I don't remember. I think I might have said Broken Bottle Inn. I meant Tavern.
Yes. I knew what you meant.
I was distracted by doing the news voice.
I think I remember which building that is.
well, that's good. Because I probably
think-
don't.
I think that was the one that one guy was like throwing things outside of the tavern.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably be a good place to start.
They
Does it say
weren't-
when?
They weren't throwing things out of the tavern. There was something being smashed within the tavern.
Oh, but he was being thrown out, right?
No.
No.
No one was being thrown out.
There was smash, and then yay!
I have slept since then.
Hopefully
In-game and
14
out of
times
In
since
game and out
then.
of game.
At lunchtime.
What time is it now?
It's still fairly early. You all woke up pretty early in the morning, and I would say it's probably 10:30, 11 o'clock ish. It's getting on towards noon. Because most of you got lost, took a bit to walk around and find the places you were looking for, and it's a pretty big city.
You didn't ask for directions because you know better.
Yes.
Did we ever find out where the blue saloon was?
Yeah, we were told it was down in the very south next to the jail.
They're not there.
I thought we had come back. My apologies.
You're on your way back. They right around the time that you're wrapping up with the blacksmith, they have gotten back. So you're still maybe 10,
My
15
apologies.
minutes walk to get there.
Well, do you have anywhere to put these until they get back?
I think there was a kitchen table.
Okay.
She looks offloads all the pastries, all the pastries onto the
pastries.
table.
All the buns.
All the buns.
It is a glorious spread of pastries.
Yes.
And then Kazumi's just gonna sit. Is there like a couch seating area away from the table?
Not so much. The table has 4 to 5 chairs at it, but it
Okay.
seems it's a very small, like, mini hotel room kind of thing. Like, there's
Gotcha.
it's decent enough. This place doesn't seem like the kind of place that you would want to stay in long term.
Gotcha.
It's like it's enough for visitors. Move on.
Well, she's gonna grab one of the chairs and like scoot it away from the table, and then she's gonna sit down and she's gonna brush each of her tails.
Okay.
She's gonna floof them.
Okay. So Kasumi begins to groom herself as Vanira just sits and starts to like catalog all the different goodies that she's got there.
Lamb's a cream puff.
She goes full chipmunk, so 1 cream puff in each cheek and just munching away. So you all you sit there for a little bit, and eventually the boys come home. Zahn, while his backpack is lighter, has his arms around this fairly heavy set of full plate mail, and Brick comes along after with his own new set of armor, and Pez is just happily trotting along with Hamburger. Just seems happy as a clam, but you can kind of tell that there's something eating at him. So,
I got pastries.
Lots of pastries.
Feel free.
Son's gonna look through it and see if he can find any donuts.
there are quite a few donuts in there. You see glazed chocolate, chocolate with sprinkles, powdered, jelly filled.
How many chocolate sprinkles?
2.
I'm gonna eat both of them. With
Okay.
extreme prejudice.
So he's greedy.
Now don't eat them all. These are for
Or-
our trip too.
Todd's shoveling donuts into his mouth. No!
There's crumbs in his whiskers.
Wrinkles all over his face.
So did you guys find what you were looking for?
Yes!
Mostly.
Looks like you spent some money.
A little bit.
A little.
A little bit.
Should we tell them about the bakery?
Guys, you
What
won't
about
believe it. The
What?
bakery is run by the Swift Songs.
Dear God. Do they all look like Kenlin?
There's so many Canlins.
Yes. Different colors.
Oh, dear
They
God.
are all named Canlin.
No.
No,
You said there were so many Canlins.
because they're related.
Oh.
They have a family, Brick.
Like us?
Kind of.
Uh,
They're related. We're not related.
They all look more alike than we do.
And then yeah, there you go.
listen, are you saying that we don't all look alike?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, probably right.
Metal Man, Fox Girl, Rabbit, Upright Lizard.
Yeah, exactly. Same person.
And then Demon Girl.
Yep.
But Forest Demon Girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like the same goddamn person. And we can count all the way to 55.
Just 55.
But did you guys have anything else you needed to get done today?
No, I can do my stuff later. Can make sure I make time for that. What's so funny?
Oh, me?
Yes, Kasumi. What's so funny, Kasumi? Why are you laughing at me?
I have to learn to laugh at things to get through it.
Get through what?
This. She gestures to you.
Listen.
Why would you want to get through him?
More like tolerate is a better word.
I am very tolerable.
That's questionable.
You're questionable.
There's a lot of bulls.
Listen, I hide nothing other than one thing. Don't ask what that one thing is.
What's the one thing?
I just told you not to ask about it.
Oh,
But now we're curious.
That's too bad. You'll have to find out. Never.
You
But
know,
anything else?
I used to help a lot of the small children in my village, teaching
That's
them manners, teaching them how to do
adorable.
things. And there was one specific child I remember would give me a difficult time.
Oh, what was he like?
You.
Oh, that's awesome. He probably grew up to be a great person.
You took care of father as a child?
No. No. Bad Brick. Bad. You are very bad. You're grounded. Go sit in the corner.
Grandma?
I'm gonna take care of me. That's dumb. You're dumb. Ew, motion, gross.
As a spirit comes in and kisses Kasumi.
Mwah!
It's the ghost of the
Oh,
problem
it
child.
is.
Oh god.
Listen, just because you can't tolerate my awesomeness and the fact that I'm me doesn't mean
I
there's
am
anything
me.
wrong. Doesn't mean
No!
there's anything-
Not
doesn't mean there's
again!
anything wrong with me. Thank you very much, Mrs. Secret of Secret Pants.
You're the one who has a secret, though.
I have one secret, only one.
I want a secret.
You have tons of secrets.
They're not my secrets.
Are they not your secrets?
I think we all have our fair share of secrets.
Hamburger
Actually-
has most.
Talking about
Hamburger.
secrets has just reminded Brick of something. And he's going to look around for a piece of paper and something to write with.
Brick, what are you doing?
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, leave that in my bag.
1. I cannot roll above a 15
You
tonight.
grab one of the paper bags and a jelly donut, stick your finger in, and you're ready.
Okay. Brick is going to try and recall the arcane symbols he saw on the teleportation circle back in the ground floor of the mansion in
At the mayor's
Lunawind.
house.
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Ooh. My donut.
It's for a
9.
good cause. You remember it was circular, and there were squiggles
Nice.
around it.
Hell yeah.
I was
But
hoping with my
the,
arcane background I might be able to recall it easier.
Well, the jam isn't really helping you
Yeah.
really write it down either. So you start getting frustrated with your choice of medium, and you kind of
It's memory.
Do
It's
it later.
been jammed.
I mean,
raspberry.
if you need something to write with, I happen to have this. And it's my ink pen with an ink well, apparently, which is in my inventory.
Hey. Can I try again, DM? With a better medium?
While you have the writing utensil, you don't have the material to write on, and you also feel like maybe you're gonna need to reflect on this for a little bit,
Actually, I have
and
a
really
piece of
try
parchment.
to process, because you've been doing a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would
It's only been
say
like
with
10
your
days.
I would say with your rolls, we'll have to let a bit of time go to
Yeah.
try to get that back up and going.
It's always gonna be in the back of his head. And I was just like,
Rick, what are you trying to write that are it's not legible at all?
Are you drawing pictures?
Oh, are you finger painting? I remember doing that when I was like 3.
I don't know why, but that is somehow
Yeah, but you use
insulting.
blood
Of my enemies.
and squirrels.
Yes, that too.
We were talking
enemies.
about secrets, and I thought, what is more secretive than what attacked us after we broke the teleportation circle?
Wait, you mean the thing that made me white?
Yes.
You're not allowed to write those runes ever again.
But how are we supposed
No.
to, but to track them down
No.
and get revenge?
I'm white now. I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure I'm gonna come out rainbow fucking sprinkled if it happens again. We're not
Well,
doing
if you
it.
keep eating all the rainbow sprinkle donuts, that is
Listen.
what's going to happen.
Listen, Cream Puff, I don't want to hear it from you. Thank you for the donuts, by the way. They're delicious.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Before I forget, Lapis left us a note and she wants to meet us at noon
Rick is
Oh.
now intently looking at Zahn.
at the Broken Bottle Tavern.
And I'm just gonna look. Wow. Wait a minute. It's 3 freckles past a hair. We've got at least another hour. And what are you looking at, Brick? Huh? Hmm.
I'm just getting accepted vibes where the guy tries to blow up the pineapple with his mind.
He's looking at Zahn and just says, "No revenge."
Listen. Revenge is always viable. But there's a difference between revenge and stupidity. Believe it or
I
not,
don't know the difference.
I'm not scared. I just want to make sure. Don't make me hurt you. I'll show you who's scared.
Didn't think you were scared of anything.
I'm not scared of anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, come on. Question me.
What's your secret?
I'm actually interested to see what like my deception and everything else is real quick here.
Can
Yeah,
I-
okay,
can
yeah.
I, can I make an insight check to see if he's actually scared?
Sure, make an insight check.
So, do I need to roll against him for this, or is it just like he has to beat something, or?
If you are telling an untruth, make a deception check.
Okay. I can't see that.
Oh no.
That would be, for insight, a 17.
I'm gonna roll. Is that with your bonus?
Yes.
Ah, you can't be. You can't tell if Zon's talking anything. I rolled an 18, and I think my my deception is +2, so it puts me at a 20.
Okay.
You try really hard to get a read on him, but it's really hard to focus when his face is covered in sprinkles.
Feel like something's distracting you, Brick.
Oh no, it's already started.
What started?
You're turning rainbow.
I'm gonna look around for a chair.
You are sitting in one.
I'm gonna stand up grab the chair.
That you're
and put the
standing
chair-
on?
No, I'm gonna stand up. Damn, I'm gonna come down there in 2 seconds.
And grab your chair and beat you with it.
I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen to Brick in 2 seconds. But no, I'm gonna stand up out of the chair, grab the chair, and then shake my head and be like, "No, it's not worth it. It's okay." The difference between me and you, Brick, is I'm not 8 days old.
Neither is he.
18.
Oh no. Math! My one weakness! 18, same difference. Your life is like a snap to me.
Like sands in the hourglass, so are the days of your lives.
Like tears in the rain. A cookie for anyone who gets that.
In any case,
Okay.
all the bickering, all the bantering. You have a note from Lapis. What are you guys doing for the rest of your day?
We've got like an hour or something like that ish before we got to go to the blue saloon. So
Was that the broken?
That is incorrect.
Was that the
No.
broken bottle tavern?
oh, broken bottle tower. Sorry, my bad.
The
Bracken?
other tavern.
Bracken.
Oh, I guess Zon's gonna sit and pull fluff out of his bag and start sewing it into his new armor to Viking it up.
And Brick will start integrating the Splint Armor.
Oh, that's right. You don't actually just wear armor. You kind of just eat it.
Pretty much.
Nom, armor.
It's more like I take the chest plate and make it my chest. I look naked.
The ladies love it.
Kasumi is gonna read her book about Shinsei.
All right. Is there anything in particular that you're curious about or curious to know?
She's trying to kind of better understand Shinsei's, I guess, everything, but also about,
What do you want to know? All of it.
signs to look for Shinsei, like signs to look for that would show her appearance.
Signs you know your deity is around.
Exactly.
These top 10 signs to look for if you're looking for your deity.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
Also,
Like
10 signs to
BuzzFeed
watch.
articles.
10 things to make sure you're not doing while your deity is around.
Exactly. I'm gonna look for those chapters.
I think this is just a picture of Zon in the right corner of the page. Avoid these things.
You skim through the first couple chapters of the book, just trying to find mention of what you're looking for, and you're not really finding the answers that you're seeking. So you decide, with the amount of time that you have, you flip to the first page and you start to really read it. And the first chapter seems to be an overall discussion of the gods in general. And what you read kind of lights a little bulb in your brain and go, oh, that's right. I should remember this. The gods are most powerful in their own regions. They are still able to work their wonders through their followers no matter where they are, but they do not take immediate action. So with the region that you're in now, Coyote has the most influence. You will still see followers of Shenshay, like yourself, using her power through you to cast your spells and so forth, but you're not in the region that she belongs, so you're not going to just walk around the corner and find Shenshay there, like you would if you were back home. But as you think about it, you remember in Alwarf, the two Tabaxi that you stayed with had statues of Shenshay and writings and the such from your homeland. So it's not uncommon to see the other deities worshipped and sort of blanking on the word. They're not uncommon to be seen, but as opposed to actually, you would recall this when you first entered the town and the man was shit upon. You heard the yipping laughter of a coyote in the distance, and you think that was actually probably Coyote laughing at the man that got shit on.
Okay. So yeah, she's just gonna kind of still sift through the book and try to decipher and kind of keep things in mind that can help her look for things in the future.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while Kasumi is reading and Brick is tinkering and just sort of whiling away the time until you to meet with Lapis?
DM, if I look down the street, is there by chance, do I see any store of interest that we talked about?
You saw a few other stores kind of like that one, but none with quite so much variety as Bilver's.
As builders. Okay.
Some of the shops that you walked past seem to be not so much educational as kind of fantasy readings or stories, more recreational reading versus things that might be of actual use.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk back in. And I'm gonna make a quick trip to Bilver's, if anyone would like to join me.
Where is Bilford?
Which one is Bilver's?
Bilver is the place that had all the books stacked up.
Ooh, yes, Brick will want to go with you.
Okay.
I'll go.
Sure,
Okay.
I'll tag along. Why not?
Sure.
Kasumi, Pez, you staying behind or are you going to tag along?
I'll stay and I guess try to attune to my knockdown gloves.
I'll stay back with Pez then.
Okay. So Kasumi's going to keep reading her book on Shenshay. You start getting into some of the history behind the Dragon Lovers creating the games, the annual games, and it's a pretty interesting read seeing how they basically said, stop fighting or we'll fucking roast you. Here's what we're gonna do. And you're like, oh, this is interesting. Pez, you were very easily able to take the time to familiarize yourself with your knockdown gloves. We'll say that you probably took the vials out so that you could really test the mechanism and not accidentally break one of them and blow a hole in the wall. But you will attune to the gloves in a decent amount of time. So the rest of you head back to Bilver's. You walk up to the familiar cluttered window, open the door, another tower of books falls, and what do?
Bilver!
Yeah! Just a minute! Sure enough, you see the teal blue hair coming through the books. He kind of hops up once, sees Brick, and goes, "Ooh, you're back."
Hello.
Have I been in here yet?
Yes.
Yes, because you were walking out and you knocked over one of the stacks. And he goes, "Thank you. Hated that stack."
Oh, that's right, I did.
"Well, while I'm making my way to you, what you want?" He's still just winding his way, and you see him stop and have to double back because he walked himself into a dead end.
I have a list.
Ooh, list.
Do you by chance have any herbology books?
You see the blue hair stop, and it dips down out of the way as you hear a really heavy sigh. And the hair comes back up, and goes back the way he came.
While you're back there, teleportation as well, please.
The hair stops, and you see it kind of wiggling as he's like climbing up on top, and he looks at you and it's like, "Teleportation, what kind?"
Teleportation circles and the different glyphs associated such with.
I'm gonna look at Brick slowly.
Brick's not gonna
Looking-
look at him.
Just
He
gonna
kind of
start
like
poking.
sits like this, and he's like looking for the history of them. You want to learn how to do them?
I said no. I said no.
It's for later.
Listen to your dad. You insubordinate bastard.
You should be proud of me for being insubordinate.
I am, but fuck you, Dad.
Well, if your dad says no, then that means no. And he hops off from where he's climbed up, and
You can keep looking. I will inquire.
so
Assuming it's now a cat.
he Kasumi is reverted to fox form. So you see him go to one of the many, many shelves on the wall, and at first you just see the blue hair, and then you see him start climbing up the shelf. And he gets like 4 or 5 shelves up, and he is higher than Brick's head at this point. But
I get ready to cast telekinesis.
But it's also strange because you've seen this absolute mess of a sea of books, and yet he is on a purpose, and he is going for a green-bound book up near the top.
Oh, the puppy.
It's so tempting to just.
So he gets up there, he grabs the book, and then he realizes he doesn't really have another hand, so he just sort of tosses the book down with a thwop.
Before it hits, I catch it with telekinesis and gently set it down.
He kind of starts coming down, listens for a second, and goes, "That's a really quiet book." And keeps climbing down the shelf.
I love Bilver.
I love it too.
So he finally hops down, picks up the book, and he starts making his way, and then he stops and goes, "Wait, was there more before I make it all the way to you?"
Yeah, his teleportation book. And
No.
then do you have... You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
Yes, I can.
His teleportation book, and then do you have a book about healing stuff? Like salves and potions or
Ooh,
anything like that?
potioning.
Or know of anywhere that I could potentially find something like that?
Nope. Flap. You're in the right place. It sounds like you dropped your book down. He starts, like, moving a little bit quicker now that he has a list. He goes to one pile and he goes, "No, I should have made a right turn." And he kind of turns back. He goes over. He goes, he gets another book. He comes back over. You just see the hair bobbing through everything. You hear another flap. He goes, "Teleportation." And he, like, you see the hair spin around a few times as he's, like, scanning. Then he takes off again. And this time, his little maze takes him behind the door. And he seems to have grabbed something as there's another crash as something falls. He goes, "Meh, then he goes back over. Whap! Then he picks up his little pile that he made on the floor. And he finally makes his way back to you. And you see that there's quite a bit of black on his face. It looks like ink. He kind of slams it down again. He goes, okay, first one. And it's a bit of a skinnier book. Kind of like the real thin, like children's books that you would see. This is all I got on teleportation. More of the practices, the dangers, bit of common runes, but the whole process of actually doing it, it's a bit beyond me. A bit more than you can put in a book. But the
She's gonna take
theories...
it.
Oh, okay, there's that one. And he looks at you and he's like... And then he bends down, picks up the... it's got a brown spine with a red cover. And on the front, it's just like a big circle with a little on top of it. Looks like a really crudely drawn, like, circular potion vial. And he kind of turns away and goes... And it's just dust. He kind of shakes it a bit.
I love that.
And then turns and hands you the book. This one's mostly about the healing spells, nothing too deadly with the poisons and the giant strength and the levitation, but get your tip-top shape.
She takes the book and stacks it on top as she
If
puts her
you
books.
can find the materials, which... And he spins around, picks up the much thicker green book, and he kind of like... He doesn't even bother blowing this one off. He just lifts it up, drops it, and...
Thank you.
That is one of me compendiums on herbology.
Thanks.
Things to eat, things to not eat, things to make your enemies shit uncontrollably, things to help with healing potions.
Wait, what was that last one?
Yay!
What was that last one?
For healing potions.
No, the one before that.
Well, that wasn't the last one. How much, Bilver?
For healing potions. He looks at you. And then he looks at Brick.
Has he learned?
And he looks at you. He looks back at Brick. And he looks at Zon. $200 and 3
It's very
gold.
specific. Are you only saying that number because you know we have coin? Can I
don't know
call
how
him
much
out
you
on our
have.
But we've been in no. We've been in here before and we've overpaid. He knows. He knows. Can I call him on his shit?
Make an insight check.
Can I assist her and give her advantage?
No need.
You
Dirty
might have
20.
you might have overpaid.
Dirty 20.
You get the sense that
Bilver.
You didn't finish his sentence yet.
you get the sense that when he was saying the numbers before, you all agreed so quickly, he thought that he could have gotten more. So as he was saying the numbers slowly, he was gauging your reactions to see the point at which he should maybe stop saying more numbers. And none of you stopped him.
Not my books. I don't give a shit.
So you definitely get the idea that he has no fucking idea how much his stuff is worth.
Especially the
will,
spell scrolls.
Bilver will 50 gold work.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 50 gold.
Someone's eating good tonight.
Are you eating this with 50 gold? Other than gold?
Don't question him.
It's none of
What
your
he does with
business.
his-
I can question.
Bilber, do you know of any plant places that are around, like herbs, herbs,
Herbs.
herbs, or an alchemy place that has vials?
Did you guys already go to an alchemy place?
Did we go to an alchemy place? I'm trying to
Uh-huh.
remember. I thought we did.
I think you guys told me that you went to some chick who's
Oh yes, the Bird
semi-blown up.
Whiskers alchemist. Yeah, but yeah.
You might want to go talk to the loon down the street.
The loon.
You mean Arlel?
Arlo, that's her, the loony one. She probably has stuff
Okay.
and things.
So I'm just gonna sit there and laugh.
Probably on fire.
Probably. She did seem to like being on fire.
Pilfer. I apologize for not thinking of this sooner. Do you have any books on powerful entities, legends, myths outside of gods?
You mean like monsters?
Monsters, yes. Anything that might, not your garden variety monster. Not like I know about dragons. I know about griffins. All your run of the mill that adventurers might run into. Anything that might be a little bit,
More threatening.
yes.
I mean, you listed off me top 3 worst things to encounter.
What were those dragons?
Dragons,
Always.
griffins, other nasty things.
Always wanted a dragon.
Anything that might appear as a giant floating red head.
Beholder?
Ooh.
Fair point. Never mind. It was a long shot. Even
Got a
we
monster
don't really-
book, but nothing. Nothing on the level of the gods. I think I haven't run into them.
That's good. We almost died.
Shame.
What is this we word? Don't remember you being in the middle of a tornado that sucked the red out of you.
If you had went down, we all probably would have been next.
Okay, fair point. But still, not you. You didn't almost die.
Aren't you the one that pissed it off?
Listen, just because he was a sassy motherfucker who needed to be sassed, doesn't mean that I'm gonna step away from sassing his ass because he deserved it. And I do it again.
We just see Bill for scribbling.
Oh, you don't see Bilver at all. He left.
Thank you, Bilver.
Thank you.
Have yet?
What?
It's own height.
Said
You
come
just you
back.
just hear a sound.
I'm gonna wait like a solid minute just to see if I see or hear anything else. Do I see the blue puff of hair?
No.
Okay.
While you were talking to Zahn back and forth, he just scuttled off.
While Break is waiting for a minute, he looks back and Zon's just gone now. He's standing outside.
Burke will make his way outside. Also, if he sees any books or stuff falling over, he'll just use telekinesis to like put them back in a stack haphazardly.
Okay. You tidy up, sort of ish, the Bilver's shop of shit show. Okay. So it is getting around the time for Lapis's requested meeting. So the three of you were out by Bilver's. Kasumi and Pez, you were at the house. What are all of you doing? Are you going to try to meet up, or are you just going to go there and hope that your other party members show up?
We can go pick him up.
Go, Vanera. We have our friends to get.
Yep. Let us go.
You too, Brick, even though you're grounded.
I'm always grounded. I don't have the ability to fly yet.
Bap. Grounded.
You've been grounding him a lot lately.
Hey.
Vanera, what does he mean?
It means you're in trouble. For what I don't know, though.
Exactly.
Father, you said trouble was good.
This is a different kind of trouble.
Being alive is confusing.
It is exceptionally
You're telling
confusing
me.
Word.
every day.
Sane.
Back all of you.
Title of the stream: Being alive is confusing.
Making a note.
I love how slowly but surely Brick has just turned into like an Olaf-like character. He's just the poster child for millennials. Slowly but surely.
Yes.
Being an adult sucks.
That's why I choose to ignore it.
Okay, so for a bit of brevity here, you go collect your other two. Kasumi was still reading her book when you go to collect her. Pez, I forget what you were doing.
I was attuning to my glove.
That's right. You were practicing with your glove and making sure that you were familiar enough with it. So you collect your party members and you head to the Broken Bottle Tavern. Let's see. So I don't need that anymore or that. So you walk up to the building that you had passed the day before. And you do see the two-story tavern in the center of the intersection. It has the wooden doors are propped open again. It is loud and bustling, even more so than before, as it's around the normal mealtime. So you all head inside?
Yeah.
Okay. There are two doors into the tavern, one on the west side and one on the east. You're coming in from the eastern side. The bottom floor is wide open, with tables scattered around, some round, some rectangular, some square. The ceiling, you notice, stops after a few paces, revealing a large open square that reveals the roof above. And the top floor seems to be just one large balcony that wraps around the room. There are two stairways leading up to it on the north side on either side of the bar. So when you walk in and you look to your right, there's a stairway up, the bar, and another stairway up. The southern wall is a bit of an oddity. The rest of the walls are built with wood with a stone and brick foundation about knee height. But square in the middle of the southern wall is a large slab of stone that reaches up to the second floor and seems to be stained by a multitude of liquids. The space around this wall is kept clear of tables, and the floor at the base is a mess of shattered glass. Some of the detritus is pushed up against the wall, while remnants of new glassware is scattered in the front. So let's actually swap over to a new bit of ambiance. Ambiance. So you're all inside. I need all of you to make a perception check, actually.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I think I have the volume way too low for this. There we go.
On D&D Beyond.
Also, the new monthly dice from D&D Beyond are super cute.
The blue
The
ones?
little blue potions.
Yeah.
They are so cute.
How do you get them? Are they free?
No,
you're
you gotta be
subscribed.
subscribed.
Oh,
So technically yes,
I'm
technically no.
subscribed.
So what did everyone roll?
14.
14.
21.
Which one
21.
are we rolling again? Sorry, I was distracted.
Perception.
Perception.
18.
18.
Man, I just cannot do tonight. 11.
11. You were up late kind of playing with your owl, so
True.
it's understandable.
9.
9. Okay. Zahn and Pez, you two are the first ones, as you're scanning the room, you both kind of do a double take at the same time as you see a figure sitting off to your left on one side of the big stone slab with all the shattered glass. It's not a figure that you've ever seen. It seems to be a pale-skinned woman with freckles, but the cloak she's wearing looks really familiar.
Look, Pez. Pez.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that her cloak?
Looks. Yeah, I like it.
Let's do it. Gonna wave at everybody and point.
You get everyone else's attention and start to make your way across the room. You go and you join this person at the table. She doesn't stop you. She gives you all a nod. And the voice is slightly different, but still has the same sort of rhythm and cadence to the way she speaks. I'm quite impressed you were able to recognize me. Well done.
I'd remember that quote from anywhere.
Well, welcome to Rivercross. I am sorry it took me a bit longer to find our man. And she kind of leans in and says a little bit quietly over the din so she's not as heard. And let's try to keep names to a minimum. We don't want to draw attention.
Affirmative.
Do you want a code name for him?
Let's settle with him.
Asshole.
Bob.
That will do. She points
All
to
good
Brick.
options.
So, we have quite a bit to discuss. Drinks, food?
I'm pretty good right now. I stuffed myself full of donuts and bacon.
She kind of looks at you, Zahn, leans over, reaches out, and just, oh, sorry, I wasn't on camera, just kind of pulls a sprinkle off, sort of toss it on the table. I see.
I'm gonna
Well,
wipe my
she-
face with a cloth.
She leans back, catches the eye of one of the waiters, and signals him over. She gets herself a drink and looks at the rest of you.
I'll take a drink.
Sure.
Not pass for now.
I'm
I'll
fine.
pass.
Okay, so Pez, Vanera, and Lapis order a drink from the barmaid. She walks off and, well, good news, bad news. Suppose it's all a matter of the way you want to look at it. He is currently staying a little ways out of town in the shanty town. He plans to stay there until the day before the packages are to leave in about 5 days' time. It gives us time to plan. The way I see it, we have perhaps 3, maybe 4 options. If you would like to hear them, I am also eager to hear of your own ideas.
I'm not gonna lie. I usually kind of burn it down and ask questions later.
We're well aware.
Seeing
Thank
as
you.
I am now no longer needing to be on his side, I would like to keep casualties low. A little bit more of his plan. He plans on leaving the day before the train does. And he will go and wait on the outskirts of town in the nearby hills to ambush the train. He expects the 6 of us to aid him.
Okay.
What What critter is he gonna be riding on?
His
If any.
Tyrannosaurus, of course.
Oh, of
That's a
course.
big one. But nothing I can't hit.
I am inclined to believe you, having seen how you handled the other 5 so easily. So, the options that I have been able to come up with on my own. We ambush him in the town. Not ideal, but likely he would not be expecting that. However, gives him plenty of opportunity to escape through the myriad maze of tents and people. We, and by we I mean you, could attempt to possibly get on the protection detail of the train and ambush his ambush. Perhaps warn the proprietor of goods that is being shipped of it. Bit of a long shot. I don't even know if you'd be able to speak to the owner of the factory here or not. Lastly, could try to ambush him in his own waiting spot in the hills.
You know where that is specifically?
I know of the hills he speaks of, but not which one in particular. It is risky, and he could very well see us. However, if he is expecting the 6 of us to arrive as the other 5, there's a chance.
I'm liking that one in the train escapade.
And please, I am all ears for further ideas. These are just what I was able to think of on my journey back.
I mean, you look like Brick had something to add.
Yes, Brick,
Would you
tell us.
say, when you say the factory owner, you don't happen to mean Oros Orlin Wearin Dragoon?
Well, I do not know his name, whichever is the owner of Dragon Arms Manufacturing. It is their ammo that is being shipped to the south.
We already met.
Oh,
Even the cat's just like, what the fuck?
oh.
So, I mean, we
It
could always
is-
talk to him.
I meant to ask, did you all officially become part of the mercenary guild?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a license to kill. I can't just
almost
kill
forgot.
indiscriminately. Well, I still can totally kill indiscriminately, but you know.
She
I mean,
kind of looks at you all, and she looks at Pez, and they did not give you your identifications?
Weren't we supposed to pick him up here?
I think we were, if memory serves.
The DM's
not,
just like,
then-
Hold on a second. Let me take a look at my notes.
That was the conversation.
No, it was just Pez and I.
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything in my inventory.
Yeah, I don't have anything written down. Because if I wasn't there, I wasn't going to write it down.
No, I don't. Oh, we were supposed to check in with Sheriff Len.
Whoopsie!
We just forgot. But yeah, we can do that.
Listen, we totally didn't get distracted with desserts and pastries.
Pastries
And
were-
guns.
Okay, maybe a little bit of pastry distraction. But we know what we're doing.
So yeah, we can hop by the sheriff when we're done here.
Well, I will not be joining you for that particular venture. I am... She kind of glances around. She seems to feel safe enough. I am quite wanted, so while we are in this city, I shall be looking like this. And you may call me Mary.
Mary,
Yes,
I have a question for you.
very well.
Do you know of a group called the River Rats?
She kind of looks at you for a second and leans back in her chair. That does make sense. She takes a long drink of her drink. I have not personally met them, but I do believe they are this region's chapter of the Thieves Guild.
That's what explained the writing.
Aren't you like not supposed to associate yourself with questionable persons like that?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, you didn't specify.
Well-
I was about to say, I mean, wanted person.
Well, I don't necessarily associate with them,
Mm.
but I understand their language.
Steal and kill first and ask questions later?
No, it's a like legitimate secret message. There are secret messages hidden all over this town outside.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that because you just said thieves and legitimate in the same sentence, and I don't believe either of those.
I mean, you can be legitimate in crime. I mean, we're legitimate in killing.
Well, that is very true. I guess I'll give that a little credit then. So what message do us, know of thieves, people, things?
Well, the first one I saw when we got into town said, "Friends can be found at the Blue Lagoon." It was on top of the bridge. But I saw a couple. I didn't think anything of it until we sat down and talked to Lapis, Mary. Sorry.
There's enough of a din that it doesn't seem like anyone has really picked up on it.
I just keep seeing their name, and I didn't think anything of it, but I figured I would ask since she has more experience on that side of the guild. It just says River Rats.
Well, I am not a member of the Thieves Guild. I do have some of their traits, but none of their training.
Do you think
And-
they could be a benefit ally in this, or could help give us some aid?
I'm not gonna lie, they're more likely to kill or stab us in the back and take the bounty reward for themselves than help us.
Not necessarily. The Thieves Guild have rules. And somewhat guidelines. They don't... Yes, they do take what they can, but... As weird as it is to say, they have morals.
I can understand that.
It is possible they may be able to help. Again, I've never spoken to them. I have heard rumors. I am not of the thieving nature myself, so I do not know their language. I know of it.
Do you know how one would use the thieves' can to be able to let them know that I know of them? I don't have that much experience with it, but
You say... What did you say was at... that you read?
the bridge coming into town, it said, "Friends can be found at the Blue Lagoon."
Blue Saloon.
Not Lagoon. Been watching pirate movies. Blue Saloon.
Ah. Well... It is an interesting place. It is to the south, and oddly, is very near to the sheriff's jail, so if we have time, perhaps if you wish, you can go and ask. Couldn't hurt, I suppose.
Yeah, I need to head down that way anyways for no reason at all.
Would it benefit if I showed up not as me? Just in case.
I fear that might go against your favor. They tend to be masters of deception, and I would suppose they would not look kindly upon it. Be yourself. If there are more clues and you can prove that you are of their ilk, I don't foresee, personally, anything that might hinder your safe passage. But that is not my world.
That's an option.
I mean, that's up to you, Kasumi. I don't usually trust thieves.
What do we think we need the most aid in?
I mean, is it just going to be him, or was it going to be more than just us joining him for this raid, or?
I thought it was just him, and then we were joining him.
That is what it sounded like to me with his plan, but he does not always show all of his cards.
I wanted to throw in one option, whether we use this as a main part of the plan or a backup of sorts. And I'll take out the sigil of the choking cloud bullet that she gave me. This offers an interesting advantage, as I don't need to breathe. And most, if not all of you, are long-range fighters, other than myself.
50-50.
Can be long-range fighters.
Would that work on a T-Rex?
It works on anything that breathes.
And how does it work?
All it needs is a place of impact, and it releases a cloud of noxious fume, causing the people inside the cloud to struggle to do anything but gag and gasp for breath.
Is
I
it
mean, that'd be helpful.
I
The
mean,
advantage you can take.
is the cloud it releases big enough to encase a T-Rex?
Or at least his face. You
Stinking
shoot it high enough.
In a square cube, how big would it be? Let's say hypothetically.
Yes. Like if we could only move 5 meters at a time, and there were
Well.
square cubes that we had to fit everything into.
By using Pythagorean theorem.
It's a 20-foot. It's a 20-foot sphere.
Is it
So it would
radius?
become-
Yeah, 20-foot radius. So it's a
So it's
40,
a 40-foot.
40-foot diameter.
So it'll cover most of the T-Rex. Well, not most of the T-Rex, the T-Rex and the little area around it.
I mean, if he's on the T-Rex, he would kind of be, I mean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it could work. But that could work in any strategy that we use.
I'm
I
more
can just,
concerned
I can
about
just
the
grapple him
T-Rex.
and make sure he doesn't get out of the cloud.
Yes. Charge the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I was more meaning him.
I will say, I do not know how he has always been able to elude capture. Even in an alleyway that should have no escape, he was able to just get out. I do not know how.
Always teleportation.
You know,
He is not a magic caster.
I'm wondering if we should go along with his little plan, and before we get up to the locomotive, we spring the trap. We can, I don't know, maybe I could try some of my my new weird abilities that I apparently have. Don't know how. I think I got whacked with a book, but I might be able to talk to his.
Learning.
I might be able to convince his T-Rex to, I don't know, chase his tail a little bit. If it's a dumb one, that is.
Worst case scenario, too, as long as I can find something on him that I can just think about, I can track him up to 1,000 feet.
My worry with that is he is not a fool. You may convince him at a distance by your heights and demeanors, but up close, sad to say, not a single one of you looks even remotely close to your counterparts.
Is fair. I'm pretty sure my gal
Well,
probably doesn't talk like me.
Since Brick knows it's not gonna happen to... No, they were in the middle of a bar. That's a bad idea. Never mind.
You're just gonna
actually,
start shifting and be like, what about this?
yeah,
What about this?
he can't... Well, he'll use it on his hand, and it'll go from just kind of up to his chest, a metal hand, to the same Goliath hand with all the tattoos and stuff, and then back.
How
And
the
I'll count.
T-1000 shit is that?
I'll mark off that spell slot.
I have the same ability that he does.
What ability is
I think
that?
yours is different. Mine is just silent image.
No, mine's a little bit more in depth.
I'm big and white.
That covers 2 of you.
I mean, I can talk to animals. Hamburger, speak. You see, he said hello.
Hello, Hamburger. I do believe if we are to attempt to ambush him at his ambush spot, we would need to ride upon him hard before he has time to look and realize that you are not who you seem. For all I know, he has the ability to see through your glamours.
Ambush on the train, then?
I would say we can always talk to the really long named dude whose name I am not fucking remembering.
Oros.
Yeah, sure. Oros. We'll talk to Oros and see. I mean, he did seem pretty enamored with you. Why would he think you're lying about something like this?
If anyone's concerned about their appearance, I can make them be invisible for an hour.
What was that again?
I can turn someone invisible for an hour.
Don makes a very detailed mental note. This
But you have
ability.
to ask nicely.
Oh no, I would totally ask nicely. Kasumi, could you please make me invisible?
Right now?
No. Later. When shenanigans are afoot.
I'm kind of scared.
I'm gonna say no.
I too
for
am
now.
a little uncomfortable with this.
Yeah, you guys worry too much.
One last question before we actually finalize all our plans. Are there any large game up here, like Brontos or something that would, I don't know, happen to wander upon the tracks and delay the train a little bit?
I do believe that is why we rode all the way here, dear brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm dumb.
Damn it, that's my line!
While that does happen occasionally, it is not something that could be relied upon. Could it be encouraged? Possible.
Alright, well, that was... Okay.
We can always go ask Oros, see what he says, and would we contact you?
It's at this point that you all see someone wander up towards the large stone slab, take their drink a little bit more of it, and then hurl it at the wall so it smashes. The entire room goes silent. Then glasses are raised. There's a loud cheer. Everyone starts yelling, clapping, and then drinking their own drinks as the man raises his hands, goes back to where his table was, and sits down with pats on the back.
While I enjoy what just happened, I am exceptionally confused by what happened.
I am too.
As well.
Well, this is the Broken Bottle Tavern. It's large draw. How best to say it? It is a sign of celebration. A deal being made, an engagement, child being born. The idea is... how best to say it? Trying to actually find my notes here on this, because I had it written down all nice and...
While he's writing this
Oh, sorry.
No,
It's
wait,
tradition
Rick.
when celebrating in the tavern to drain your drink and smash the bottle against the wall. For birthdays, any sort.
So, Brick,
Yes.
how much do you weigh?
He weighs 375 pounds.
Really? Isn't that wonderful? Zon's gonna pick up Brick and throw him at the wall.
Now, hold on. It says you can push, drag, or lift. It doesn't say that you can throw.
That is up
Also,
to
I'm gonna be fighting this.
Zon,
Contested
make a
heat.
strength check. Brick, make an acrobatics check.
Oh, this is gonna go bad.
I'm just
Mm,
gonna
it's
sit in my chair.
acrobatics?
Strength check.
Yes,
plus three.
acrobatics.
I rolled 16.
19.
Damn.
You go to grab Brick, and it looks like you're doing a weird sort of hug, and Brick is just like, no. He's just, like, hand on your face and shoves you back towards your chair.
Damn.
Were you trying to accomplish something there?
Listen. While I know it would hurt you, not at all. I think that people would have really cheered after seeing something much bigger than a glass thrown at the wall.
But that's not the tradition.
He's
Yes.
not glass.
Listen,
Also
it made sense
that.
in my head.
Have you?
Does that everything?
You see Lapis
thought you
just head in
refused to
her
drink.
hands, just kind of shaking her head. We're all going to
You-
die.
Oh yeah, we are.
Nah, we'll be fine.
I don't even know if I can die.
We shall find out, I suppose.
Pulls out sword.
Well, if you have places to go and people to inquire with, I shall leave you to it, and I have some dealings to attend to, things to look into, ideas to be investigated. Unless there's anything else, I shall leave you to it. She'll contact you again on the morrow.
I was about to ask a really stupid question.
It would be
Never
in
stopped you
character.
before.
No, I just realized on the morrow means tomorrow.
He actually meant it this time.
Listen.
Lapis pushes her way up from the table and begins to walk out. And that's where we're going to take a little bit of a break. Okay,
Yeah.
we will be back in just a little bit.
You read our fingers.
And welcome back.
Oh.
We are here, we are refreshed. So Lapis has left, you were all still sitting around your table. You have discussed some of your plans and other things that you may or may not need to. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of gummy bears.
It's not enough gummy bears.
So
Are you?
many!
I was about to say, are you literally just shoving your face and just eating?
I mean, they're further down, so I can't, but...
Use your tongue!
It's quitter talk.
Nom, 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 nom. There's so many blue ones.
So, it's still just around midday. What are you all doing?
So, sorry. If, you guys want to go take care of, whatever you want to do, I have, pressing matter that I have to go, quench.
I mean, if you're gonna go get laid, just go.
What? No.
Why does he have to go somewhere else to lay down?
Okay, see you guys later. Bye!
Hey, don't worry about it. We'll tell you when you're older.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
You know what? Come back to us when you're 21 days older.
You're almost there. I promise.
Almost.
That's an oddly specific number.
So, Vanera, would you care to join me down to the sheriff?
Sure.
I can go with you guys since it's right next to that tavern there.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we can also check that out and see if we can see any sneaky folk.
Mm-hmm.
Brick, what you gonna do?
DM, about what time did I talk to Oros yesterday?
It was early afternoon, I do believe.
Sorry, what are y'all guys doing?
Sheriff.
Going to the
Sure.
sheriff.
Booty, booty,
And then
booty,
the,
walking everywhere.
Blue Saloon.
Yeah, Blue Saloon.
The Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon.
I'm so tempted to have Brick tag along with you to the Blue Saloon.
We're going there after, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Zahn clearly has other plans. He'll find his way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Zahn has already left with a bit of a spring in his step to go liaison with the owner and mother of the young metal blacksmithy.
I shall vow her with my intelligence.
Only that could have given him a discount on his armor.
Actually, what one of my friends texted me during the session is like, why didn't he get the discount?
I mean,
He mentioned it once, and then there was no discussion about discount, and you guys just didn't bring it up again.
Maybe
not my
we should
fault.
pay him later tonight.
And
He's a hooker.
children.
If anyone in this group would be a hooker, it'd be Zahn.
oh, sweetheart.
Gigolo.
I know how to gyrate these hips.
Ugh.
Okay, you go off and, go on
I'm
your little
already
side mission.
Yeah.
I need an adult.
I am one.
You're 2 days away from being one.
How old is he?
18 days.
Because that's an adult.
Yeah.
Technically.
Actually, no, I'm sorry.
18
Well, I mean,
days as an adult.
Yeah,
what
we're-
are the laws you're...
It's like the reverse of dog years. Every day for me is a year.
He's,
Yes.
he's 19 days.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
What is
he's
the
in there
legal-
rambunctious. Explain his rebellious attitude, you monster.
Never understood me, Dad.
It's just
Yes,
a phase.
He has little metal pimples.
Little pebbles.
They light up a little bit, a little red.
Oh, God.
He's got one on his nose like Rudolph.
Oh, God.
I almost got Zach to
This
do
is the
a
worst.
spit take.
A bar through my lip.
Anyway, puberty aside, so the five of you head towards the sheriff, or I guess technically six now. Hamburger, and the
Werewolves?
owl.
Ah.
Oh,
Mm.
I was like,
That's why I said
Yeah.
technically 6.
So I pieced out.
You all head towards the south, where you've heard is where the sheriff's office is. With a little bit of asking around, it doesn't take long. Some people look at you kind of funny because you're asking where the sheriff is, and most people avoid the law if they can. You see, as you all are heading further south, you see Zahn a little bit ahead of you make a hard right to head towards the blacksmithy.
Bria, hello.
The rest of you head further on down, and you go down the alleyway between the smithy and the Dragon Arms manufacturing, and you see there's some kind of... The rest of the city has been really, really nice. This place, while it doesn't look bad, it looks old. Whether that be from sheer age or perhaps closer proximity to the oasis. That you can now start to hear the lapping of water and waves as it crashes against the nearby shoreline. And you look, and you were directed to look for the large steeple sort of structure across one of the 2 bridges. So you head down along that way, and... Sorry, I lost my place here. So you head across the bridge, and you see it's a small little complex. There's a much bigger area that's about 2 or 3, or it's 3 stories, and there's bars on all the windows. It's fairly safe to assume that that's where they keep their incarcerated vacationers. And there's a few smaller buildings out in front, and you go and you check through some of them, and you find the main office of that's closest to the jailhouse. And inside there is a sort of red-skinned human male. He has very long, dark hair and brown eyes. He's got a bit of a beefy build, very kind of barrel-chested. Not fat, just that proper, strong kind of build. And he also has a very, very long mustache. And he's sitting there, and he looks up from his desk and goes, "Yeah, how are you? What can I do for you?"
Oh, leave the kitty alone.
I don't want to leave the cat alone. Sorry.
That's with Breed, so.
Oh, leave Breed alone.
Are you the sheriff?
That's me, Sheriff Lynn.
Was he a tiefling, you said?
Human.
Human. But he's red-skinned?
More Indian. Like Native American Indian kind of red skin. Sorry. I didn't say that as well as I probably could have.
No.
At least you're honest.
We're here to legitimize our posse. As you can see, I'm already a member.
And then I open up my frill to show my little thing.
Mercenary. Well, you're close. And he kind of points back the way you came. You want to go to that little building over there? You're going to be looking for a... What the hell? Where'd it go? Why is that like that? There we go. You're going to be looking for a little goblin in there called Sebs. He's the chapter master of this here mercenary region.
Can you repeat that real quick?
Chapter master Sebs.
Okay.
Little goblin. Can't miss him. Looks like he bites. He shouldn't bite. If he does, come tell me.
Okay.
Well, all right.
And where do we
Yeah.
find him?
All right.
He had pointed out the door that you had just come through, and there's another building just across the way. As you turn and head towards the door opens, and you see a female human, long curled black hair, kind of chocolatey brown skin, very lithe, athletic kind of build. She opens the door and kind of stops and stands aside and keeps holding it open for you. It's like, please, after you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Tip of the hat.
As you're passing by, you see that she has a deputy badge on.
Deputy. Interesting.
Okay, so you head over to the building that he indicated for you. It's a decently sized building. Brick, you go and you're about to knock, and you remember the Dragon Arm's place. You try the door handle. The door opens. So you step inside. Inside the room, in the center, is a desk cluttered with papers. On the right side is one massive wanted poster wall. It goes from floor to ceiling. And a quick glance seems to contain bounties and general work assignments, from escorts to clearing out creature dens to guard duty. To the left are 2 doors. And at the desk, sitting in front of you, is a male goblin. He has long, braided silver hair and brown eyes. His skin is rough and scarred. He's got chunks missing from his ears, and he's got golden hoops attached. There's an eye patch over his left eye. And he looks up when you walk in. He goes, "Well, hello, are ya?"
Good time of day, sir.
It's a pretty decent time of day, yeah.
Yeah.
What can I do you for?
We're here to legitimize our posse. The sheriff across the street told us to come in here to do that.
All right. So, you got the paperwork done?
Vanera, if you would be so kind. I don't really have pockets, because, I mean, lizard.
He hands it paper.
Point of order. The paperwork was sent ahead of you
Oh,
by the sheriff of Trentonville. So you have no paperwork to hand him.
That's right. You're so smart. We don't have
Yeah,
paperwork to
paperwork.
hand you.
Yeah, you should have it.
Yeah.
I do.
And he kind of sits there for a second, and you see him wave his
Lenora
hand.
said it. I said Lenora said it.
Well, let me check on that real quick.
And he waves his hand over a portion of the desk, and then just kind of sits there, watching you all for a moment. And then from the side door closest to the entrance, you see you see a girl come out, same complexion as the sheriff, Native American kind of skin tone. She seems very young. Her black hair is in pigtails. She has blue eyes behind very large round glasses. Sunburned reddish tan skin, very slender, very cute. And with the type of shirt that she's wearing, you can see that there's a tattoo on her right arm of an eagle that disappears down below the sleeve. She walks in and looks at Sebs, and she moves her fingers around for a bit, and he kind of looks at her and returns back, and she holds up a finger and walks back into the room that she had come from and goes,
Just a moment, seeing if we got any letters.
he kind of sits there for a minute, kind of looking at you all.
That, how'd you communicate with her? Was that some sort of sign language?
It's sign language. She's deaf.
Brick's gonna pop open his spell book and start ritually casting comprehend languages. It'll take 11 minutes, so I don't know if he'll have enough time, but he's gonna try.
Okay, so he kind of looks at you, Brick, for a second as he's talking to Pez, and is that normal? What he's doing?
Yeah, it's pretty normal. Just
He's not
let
doing
him-
anything funny, is he? Not gonna have
Oh,
to stab him.
No.
No.
Goodness, no.
Keep my eye on him, anyways. She's deaf, can't hear a damn thing, so gotta learn to speak with the help as best you can. Well,
Seems like
she's
a
checking
very
in on
useful
yours.
thing.
You said you're going to be a group. You got a
Uh,
name for it?
As a matter of fact, we do.
Well, let's hear it. I'm curious.
We'll say it on 3. 1, 2.
DM.
I don't think I wrote it
Tempest.
down.
The Tempest
Yeah.
or the Tempests? I can't remember which one we
I
decided
think it was
on.
the Tempest.
Tempests.
Oh, 1 second here.
Tempests, plural.
No,
I
it
have
was
it
singular.
right here.
I don't think we ever decided on singular or plural.
It was the
I think
Tempest.
we did because I have it here. I know it's backwards, but it's just
Tempest.
Tempest.
All my notes are back at home because I
Plural.
don't rush here. So I don't even have
I
my
wrote
dice.
it down.
She literally has it written right there.
Yeah.
You guys are arguing with it.
Oh
What
yeah.
are we doing? Tempests.
Not a bad
It's been
name
a
as
couple-
all
it's
things
been a couple
go.
weeks.
I've heard some
He
really
wrote
stupid
the
ones.
Tempest.
I mean, I've come across a couple of stupid ones in my history. I'm a mercenary myself. The craziest one was a little group called the Cobalt Consortium. They were a bunch of loons.
But they have some good dealings.
True.
In any case, might be just a little bit longer for her to go through the foils. Well, while you wait, if you're interested, we've got the wanted bounty board over there. All kinds of jobs that you might be interested in. Is there anything you're particularly looking for?
I'm gonna walk over. Is Lapis on the board?
It takes you a second, but you do see a wanted poster for Lapis, yes.
Is there like what counts as proof?
Proof? Usually the head.
Oof.
You get paid more in most cases bringing them in alive so they can face proper judgment, but, you know, some of them ornery ones like to put up a fight and you got no choice but to put them in the dirt. So you're bringing some sort of identifying piece of them. Bit of skin from a tattoo, the whole head. You can't just bring in a foot, you know, and say, oh, this here's Larry Johnson.
I was just curious. Is there any other recognizable names on there?
No names that you would really recognize. You do see the Duke up there and Longshot Lapis. Those are the two names on the Bounty Hunter wanted posters that you see.
How much is Lapis's?
You take a moment to read her poster, and it says Longshot Lapis, wanted for murder, theft, trespassing, larceny, blackmail. Alive, 50,000 gold pieces. Dead, 10,000 gold pieces. Last seen, and there's a few locations that are listed there, but they've all been marked off, and it looks like the most recent one says near Trentonville.
There doesn't have to be a Shirama. Shirahama?
Oh,
Shirahima.
Shirahima, thank you.
Shirahima.
Make it like a high, make a high.
You go and join Vanera at the board, and you look around. You see Jesse Bagwell, Jackson LaBelle.
Oh,
Dutch.
shoot! No, I was doing the spell. I forgot. Did I have enough time to finish?
Oh, then no, you're still casting your comprehend languages.
Okay. I was just asking for the group. Sorry.
Well, so you do see a bunch of other names on there, but none of them are familiar or ones that you've heard.
Do I see any names that have anything on the poster associated with river rats?
You do not.
Okay.
All of the posters here that you see, none of them are very specific to Rivercross itself that you can see.
Okay.
Most of the places are saying like they were last seen near Drybell, Trentonville, Sterling Pool, Raven Yard, Owl Wharf. None of them are really around Rivercross. These seem to be just in general wanted people from the region. You do, however, see some below the bounty hunters. You see some like a smaller section for like mercenary jobs. There's a train escort, Dragon Shade camp escort, an orc problem in Sterling Pool, missing person, and missing persons. Actually, let me reiterate that. The missing person is for a Montana Jones, and the missing persons underneath that says loss of contact with the town of Drybell. And there's more information regarding most of those if you want me to elaborate further.
Wait a second. What happened in Drybell?
We get Drybell?
The rest of the poster says missing persons, loss of contact with the town of Drybell, payment to be determined after successfully returning with information.
Have we been to Drybell?
You have been to Drybell.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the town we passed through that we didn't stay in very long? They just broke into something in the mine. Oh no, we might have messed up. We might have messed up.
Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Can you back up and repeat that?
The Drybell bit?
Yes, please.
The wanted or the mercenary poster says missing persons, loss of contact with the town of Drybell, payment to be determined after successfully returning with information.
That's all it says?
That's what the poster says. Gotta take a drink. Using that voice is kind of rough.
It's been so long. I honestly can't remember.
Only Zahn wasn't getting laid.
Interesting.
Drybell was the town that you passed through on the way to Locust Harbor. You paused for a moment, and the town was celebrating for a time for having discovered something in the mines.
I wonder if something crawled out of the mines and destroyed the town or something. Who knows?
Who knows?
We might go back. Oh well, yeah. The train escort. Real quick, when is the train escort supposed to be scheduled for? I wonder if that's going to be the same train for our client.
Are you asking Sebs or
Group. I mean,
Oh.
the us looking at the paper.
Well, the room's small enough that he hears you talking about all this, and he says, that missing persons one with Drybell, that came in a few days ago, actually. Supposedly no one's heard anything from anyone. Even the train drivers are too afraid to stop because there's no one there. Sent a few people. None of them came back.
The Drybell has been demolished.
Not
Sandworm.
demolished from what I've heard. It's all still there, just no one's there.
I blame graboids.
Nasty little fuckers. That train escort you're speaking about, for the Dragon Arm shipment heading south. Just general escort duties, making sure no one decides to, nick anything. Standard quota. You get paid 300 gold per day per person doing the escorting.
We'll take it. She's gonna look at everyone.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's take it,
We'll
yeah.
take it. That good? That good?
Yeah, I mean, I confront it because of this, and then my flap just jingles.
As you
That
jingle
sounds
your
weird.
flap,
Ew.
or the girl comes back. The girl comes back out from behind, from the first room with a bit of
wait.
paper, and Seb's looking at her and goes, "Ah, thank you, Dakota."
Has it
And he-
been 11 minutes?
Yeah. After they've all taken the time to look at the board and all, he says out loud, "Thank you" to the girl, and then he signs to her real quick, and you make out, "Thank you, Dakota. Wait just a moment as I get the rest of their information." So
Okay. For comprehend language doesn't allow me to sign.
it
That would
allows
be
you to
more like-
understand it,
It
not
allows
to
me to
speak it. You
understand
would
it,
need
not
to
to speak
cast tongues, in which case it's not really a spoken language, so that wouldn't work either.
Yeah, I just kind of wave at her.
She kind of looks at you a little curiously, a little bit of a blush as she waves back, but then she kind of puts her attention back on Sebs to watch for his indication. So Sebs looks over the piece of paper and he goes,
Oh, already been doing a bit of work up in Trentonville. Very nice. Those are some bad buggers. I was wondering why those posters came down. Well, everything here seems to be in order.
and he looks and he starts counting.
There's one of you's. You're missing's one. One of you's
He
got
went to go lie
nixed.
down.
Yeah, what he said. He went to go lie down.
Well, sad to say, I can't be issuing any sort of credentials for one not here. So I can get the three of yous. But the other one,
He can make a special trip. He'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, he can come back, right? Like, he'll just show up here. I mean, you'll know when you see him. He a white bunny, kind of angry sometimes. Well, a lot of 99% of the time.
you know, you say that, and I realize me manners are just atrocious. I am Chapter Master Sebs. This here's me assistant Dakota. Need your names to continue the application. So, and he points to you, Pez, who's been speaking up. You're the leader of this group, I assume, seeing as you're already a member.
Yes, sir. Heck, where are my manners? My name is Pez Marigold, and I've been a member of the mercenaries for quite some time.
The name does ring a bell. What about you, Metal Man?
I am Brick. And this is Mortar.
That's a cool trick.
and he's kind of scribbling down as he goes, "You lovely lady," and he's pointing at you, Kasumi.
My name's Kasumi.
Just you, no cool little trick of animal. Oh, no, okay, right.
And he scribbles down again, and you
I
lass.
set expectations too high.
Just like, that is what it is.
he points at you, Vanera.
My name is Vanera.
Right, so that just leaves this Zon person that couldn't even be bothered to come with the rest of yous.
Right.
I mean, I
Others quite
wonder,
strange.
could we give Hamburger here his honorary, or yeah, could we like do that? Hamburger? This is a Hamburger.
Considering that animals and mounts don't really turn in bounties, they're not really proper members. And honestly, the spiteful side of me is kind of thinking that maybe the Zon person isn't really worth getting in part of the mercenary bit if he can't even be bothered to be here when you're signing up.
I mean, somewhere I can feel someone glaring at me.
But I suppose if he can be here in the morning. He kind of looks over at Dakota. She kind of nods at him. Fine. In the morning, if he can be here, we can get him in.
All right.
Sorry?
Does Dakota notice?
If she does, she is not letting on that she does.
Does he notice?
He doesn't seem to.
Okay. That was all.
All right.
Does Hamburger notice?
Does Hamburger notice? You don't even know what Hamburger's noticing.
I don't know.
Hamburger has always seemed to have a bit of an affinity for you. Only slightly less than what he has with Pez. So he looks at the rest and of the form and he goes, "Can you describe this Zon to me?"
I mean,
He's
let's
a
have
white
his
bunny.
son. Well, yeah, I mean, white bunny. But his son could describe him probably the best. Rick?
Large bipedal bunny, big ears, white fur, angry disposition, furred armor.
Angry
And
disposition.
he's actually writing all this down. And he goes, "So, not really necessary for this, but kind of taking in your appearances, where you seem to be from, any particular region he might be beholden to."
North. Way north.
We talking the kingdoms? The Rosa King?
His goddess is Valkyrie.
Roka Singh. Right. And he makes another note. More for if we find your corpses. Easy to identify. Kind of why I wish he would be here for it, but whatever. And he finishes filling it out and he hands it back to Dakota. "If you would, my dear." He's not signing this time. He's just speaking kind of slowly and steadily to her, keeping eye contact. Actually, let's see. Do either of you... Pez, you would notice that she's not looking at his eyes, she's looking at his mouth while he's talking. So she nods, takes the paper, and she goes into the second door on the left and makes sure to shut it behind. And within a few minutes, you hear some loud sort of machinery noise going from behind. It'll take her just a little bit to get all your tags printed. Suppose if you wanted to, you could come back tomorrow to pick them up with your other. Make sure everything's in order.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Rick, did you have something to say?
I just wanted to know how to sign thank you.
I actually used to know this.
I was wondering because I remember that you used to be able to, and I don't know if you can anymore.
I actually, yeah, I think it's just that, yeah,
It's from
Yeah.
Chin.
yeah. So
Okay.
he shows you, and he kind of grins a little bit as you ask him this. "Well, you said one of those up there was interesting to you. The escort, was it?
Yes,
For the train, yes.
the
Well,
choo-choo.
from me understanding, that's going to be leaving in the next 5 days, so I believe you would need to go and talk to them's there at the Dragon Arms Manufacturing to sign up for the job. Considering they still have spaces available, it's up for them to decide. So, best of luck, but until you have your little chits, no one's going to believe that you're a mercenary. So, at
Right.
best, you'd be able to sign up for it after the morning. And, of course, once Dakota's done printing your chits.
Yeah, that'll work. Didn't any of y'all have anything else to ask or add? I feel like I'm talking a lot.
This is kind of your thing.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else right now.
Oh, all right. So yeah, we'll come back here tomorrow morning, and hey, what's your favorite pastry?
And Dakota's.
And Dakota's, of course.
I don't really do pastries, more of a meatitarian myself.
Meat attack.
I
I
mean,
don't
pocket
know.
meat.
We'll have to ask her.
We
Well-
can surprise her. Yeah. I think that's it. Now, well, we'll come back with our bunny friend tomorrow morning, and grab our credentials. And apparently, my voice is a lot more crackly tonight, but I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, don't be doing any jobs without your certifications. Could get you in a bit of trouble, and you could end up on the board over there.
I mean, my bounty would probably not be that much. It's not like I'm related to any of them.
Eh.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
right.
I have a lot of paperwork to get through, so unless you need anything else from me, I got to get back to it.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave you to it.
Okay. Let me see. Okay.
My passive perception really that high?
It was 14.
Okay.
So, as you all are leaving the sheriff's office, what would you all like to do from this point?
We need to go down to the Dragon Arms place, right? And also the blue monkey.
Yes.
Yeah, the blue monkey.
I think the name's just gonna keep changing.
Are you all monkeys yet?
The blue manatee.
We do need to go to the Blue Saloon. I think it'd be best that we go there before we get our mercenary cards, especially if we hope to speak to the thieves.
Mm-hmm.
But we also could be aware they're most likely some of them that saw us just at the sheriff's department.
Yeah. True.
Doesn't
I mean-
doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah. What we could do is say we were turning in a bounty. I mean, I'm sure their code of honor would appreciate that. I guess. I don't know. I ain't no thieving person.
We could give it a try. I have to just somehow, hopefully, find one of them in there, or find some secret entrance or something.
I'm sure we could help you out. I mean, Hamburger here is half bloodhound, I think. Or maybe that's just more blood on him.
We can get his little sniffer to work.
You see Hamburger, as people are talking about him and his sniffer, he kind of puffs up a little bit and like looking very prim and proper and proud of himself.
Chin scratches.
Mortar just right next to him.
Okay.
Wait,
So heading to the Blue Saloon?
Mhm.
Okay. So the four of you start heading towards the Blue Saloon. Zon, you are assuming is
position.
what?
Assuming the position.
Someone is assuming a position and the other is joining. You don't know where he is. You don't know how long he's going to be. So you decide to head on to the Blue Saloon, and that's where we're going to end for tonight. We've been going for a fair little bit, and it's getting kind of late. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No.
can't
I
think of
say
anything.
Vanera
Do
show
Powerade.
art.
Do what? What was
Vanera,
that,
you should
Pez?
show the stream your art.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I was about to. Look!
Yeah.
Oh,
I love it so much.
he's so cute.
Sick of your shit.
Is sick of your
Also,
shit.
I had told you like the regular black and pepper, and then after I said that, I was like, oh, you know, it'd be really cool if they both had gold coloring motifs, and then you did it anyway, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, you got that without me even saying anything.
Yeah. The head is my
She can
favorite.
read minds.
I'd get that as a tattoo.
That's
You
cool.
know, I've always said it needs to be meaningful if I'm actually going to get a tattoo, and that would be pretty meaningful.
What
Nah.
better meaningful thing than something that I helped you come up with?
No, you can't.
Yes, that's what I want on my body, is something that Zach came up with.
See, seeing him, it's like, that's a cool tattoo. I know, I came up with that name.
So the next session will not be interrupted with football or anything. However, the week leading up to it, I will be out of town for a week-long shoot. I should be coming back the Thursday, but but things can change and things can be weird, so possibly maybe that one will have to shift to a Saturday, Sunday, but as of right now, I should be able to do Friday because I've already asked off the 1st through the 5th, so I could have like 5 days around my birthday off. So I should be back in town Thursday and everything will be happy hunky-dory, but again, things can potentially change. So if you want to keep up with that and know what's going on, join our Discord, links down below. And again, if you would like to support the stream at all and the podcast and the wonderful music that we've been using, consider becoming a Patreon because all of those proceeds go to helping me keep that stuff aloft. So, until October 1st-ish, the next 2 weeks, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody!
Bye.
Goodbye.